Hello my loves, welcome to my channel Sun Love Stars and welcome to today's pick a card reading. As you can tell by the title, we are going to look at a message from your spirit guides. You could also say a message from God, a message from the universe, whatever feels good to you in your soul. Some of you guys, you might have a departed loved one that is watching over you and you have a deep connection. This could also apply like a message from your departed loved one. Again, it could also be a message from God or the universe. For anybody who's new, my name is Cynthia and I'm going to read your cards today. So, like I said, this is going to be a message from your spirit guides, a message from your spirit team, whatever you want to call it. So in the next clip, you can choose between 3 images. And I would say I'm going to see you in your reading, guys. Oh, by the way, if you feel like you are very indecisive or you don't feel like you are in tune right now in this very moment, first of all, I want you to take a deep breath, okay? Then you go on Google, find a number generator, talk to your spirit guides, talk to God, talk to the universe. God, universe, what do you want me to know right now? And then you click on the number generator and the number generator is going to spit out a number. And that's your message, okay? So without further ado, I don't want to talk too much. I'm going to see you in your reading, guys. Hello my lovely pal number 1, welcome to your reading, guys. Okay, so this is going to be a message from your spirit guides. You could also say from God, the universe, maybe even a departed loved one that you have a close connection to or someone on the other side. Okay, we're going to look at what they want you to know right now, what they want to say right now. So let me tap into the energy. Okay. So the first thing that I'm hearing here is Spirit is telling me that certain things are not your job, or you might feel responsible for certain things, but Spirit is saying there is a lot of things that we are responsible for, that we should take control of, or where we have to take control and make a decision. And then there's other things that we cannot control, or there's other things that we are not responsible for. Let me give you an example, okay? For example, you can decide at which time you wake up by setting an alarm clock, but you cannot decide when the sun is rising. You cannot decide when the rain is coming. So there's certain things that you can decide and that you are responsible for. And then there's other things that are not in your power, that are not in your control. So I almost want to say Spirit might want you to know that you might feel responsible for certain things that are not your responsibility, or you might feel like you need to take care of something that is not for you to take care of, okay? Again, there's no button that you click where you decide that it is raining, right? You don't decide when the planets go retrograde. You usually also don't decide on which day a child is coming. I mean, that's like a little bit, like if the child is in the stomach or in the belly and it has to come out, of course, then you set the date for the child to come out. But it's kind of like you cannot decide in which month it is going to be, or it's not like, do you know what I mean? Like, or you cannot choose the eye color of the baby, or can you? Like those designer babies? maybe I have to be a little bit careful with saying that, but you get my drift, right? There are certain things that you can control, and there are certain things that you cannot control. Okay, you can, for example, you cannot control like the favorite color of your child because that's something that they are born with. Or do you know what I mean? Like, or you, for example, I think that's something that you cannot decide, like what kind of voice your child is going to have. Does that make sense? So there's certain things you can control and there's certain things you cannot control. You cannot control how fast a tree is growing. You cannot just change the fruit that a tree bears. So again, certain things you are absolutely in control of and other things are not your responsibility and it's not your job. So there could be an energy where you feel, for example, responsible for somebody's happiness, or you feel responsible for somebody's actions. I feel like a strong energy here where Spirit, first of all, wants you to know that, again, you are not responsible for everything, or there's a fine line between I take control of something and I am responsible for something, or I take accountability for something, but then there's also certain things that you are not in control of, okay? So I'm picking up a strong energy here. It's going to be different for all of you because there could be an energy where, again, for example, you feel responsible for somebody's happiness when it is not your job to make another person happy. You add to this person's happiness, but you are not the source, or you're not supposed to be the source of somebody's happiness. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is going to be different. It's going to make sense in a different way for everybody here. For some of you guys, I feel like a strong energy where somebody tried to make you feel guilty for something that you are not responsible for. For some of you guys, you feel guilty yourself because you take on responsibilities and you take on accountability or something along the sense that doesn't belong to you. Does that make sense? Where somebody says, because of you, I'm not happy, or because of you, I'm this, or because of you, I'm that, you know? And for others of you, this might be a conversation that you have in your mind with yourself, kind of like, oh, because of me, something is not working out, or because of me, because of my lack of, I don't know, action or something along those lines, okay? I feel like a strong energy here. Sometimes Spirit does agree, like, hey, pile number one, if you would have done this and that and this and that and this and that, the outcome would have been different. But in this case, it says, trust the intelligence of the universe. So whatever you're currently going through, again, it's not your responsibility, or it's not your job, or there's a higher intelligence behind everything that is going on in your life right now. Does that make sense? For example, when we look at mathematics, when we look at science, when we look at nature, there is so, like, if you look at nature, if you look at mathematics, for example, we humans, we discovered mathematics, we discovered, you know, all these like sacred, we discovered sacred geometry, we discovered science, right? But we did not create it. So all these things like science and mathematics and sacred geometry and stuff like that, we discovered it. We are here upon planet Earth and we are discovering, like, wow, you know, and we get fascinated by mathematics and science and how things work and like a prism and stuff like that. But we did not create it, meaning that we live upon a planet that is very, very highly intelligent. No human upon planet Earth decided the distance between Earth and the sun, right? No human decided how big the sun is going to be. No human created gravity, right? No human created, the moon, the sun. There's no human that created all of that, meaning that we live upon a planet that is highly intelligent. There's a force, a spirit that is highly intelligent, you know? And I feel like your situation, whatever you're currently going through right now, Spirit wants you to know, kind of like an energy where things are supposed to be the way, I'm hearing things are the way they are supposed to be, or something about there's a higher intelligence. At some point, you are going to look back and you're going to feel like, man, I'm so happy I was not in charge of the situation. I'm so happy that the universe is intelligent. Does that make sense? Something about where in hindsight, you're going to look back, because I feel like an energy where you might feel like there's some type of messy energy in your life right now. I don't know what exactly this is. Again, this could be an energy where you feel responsible for somebody's happiness, or you feel like you did something wrong, or you made a mistake, or you effed something up, is what I'm picking up here, okay? I don't know what exactly it is, but I feel like there's something, some kind of like energy in your life that you perceive as messy, like my life is messy, or the situation is messy, and I'm trying to clean up this mess. But Spirit is telling you, you're not supposed to clean up this mess. And if you look at it, you can literally see an angel behind all of this mess. So whatever's going in your life, whatever's going on in your life right now, because sometimes there is genius behind chaos, or something about what we perceive. Oh yes, what we perceive as chaos is actually organization. Does that make sense? So sometimes there's organization in the chaos, or there's genius in the chaos. I'm also hearing what is chaos to the fly is order to the spider. Okay, so there's something going on in your life where your spirit guides are saying it is not your fault, or it's not your responsibility to clean somebody's life up. For example, you feel responsible to help another person to clean up their life, or they make you feel responsible for cleaning up their life, or you feel like you need to, you know, like clean up some type of mess, or there's some type of messy energy or something along those lines. I don't know if you yourself give yourself the, like, I'm picking up an energy where you kind of like guilt trip yourself over, oh, I should have done this better, or I should have done this, I should have done that. But sometimes mistakes are supposed to happen, and mistakes are not necessarily mistakes when you look back at it in hindsight. Does that make sense? It's kind of like sometimes mistakes are a cosmic detour, and sometimes mistakes lead to the greatest adventures, or to the greatest discoveries, right? So mistakes are not always a bad thing. Sometimes mistakes are the reason why we discover new things, and the reason why we come up with new ideas. And sometimes there's, again, genius behind chaos. Okay, so there could be an energy where you feel like you want to clean up some kind of chaos. I don't know what this is, or maybe there's chaos in your family, maybe there's chaos in your I wouldn't even say chaos. I would say like something is messy, or like a messy, tricky situation. Like I'm being brought to like a messy or sticky, tricky situation. I don't know how this is making sense in your life. For example, this could be like a messy situation with your finances, a messy situation between you and another person, or 3 people, you know, or something about there's a lot of mess at work, there's a lot of mess in your friend circle, where 2 people are maybe, for example, fighting, and it's like super duper messy and stuff like that. Okay, so again, I'm hearing the water that softens the potato boils the egg. Okay, so there's something about there's no one size fits all, or what is chaos to the fly is order to the spider. Okay, so there could be an energy where your spirit guides are saying whatever you're currently going through, especially with the Temperance, it's supposed to happen. Okay, some type of messy, chaotic energy. For example, it's kind of like an energy where you accidentally you know, like drop a color into another color that was not on purpose, but then you realize, wow, that's such a beautiful color, and you literally just created a new color. So the mistake turns into an invention, or the mistake turns into a new chapter in your life. Does that make sense? So there's something about changing the way you look at something. It is not necessarily like your fault, or something is not necessarily messy. Maybe it is just divine chaos, or maybe it's like a, do you know what I mean? Like where, for example, you know, rain looks messy, but rain is supposed to give the plants water. Okay, as well as there's something about there's always 2 sides to the coin, and Spirit is saying maybe you just looked at one side of the coin. For example, the sun is beautiful, but the sun can also dry out the harvest, right? So there's always 2 sides to the coin, depending on the situation and depending on what you look at. So there's something about where your spirit guides want you to know whatever you are currently going through, there's a higher intelligence behind all of that. It might look messy. Okay, it might look messy, but it's actually supposed to happen, or there's like some type of divinity behind this chaos, or what seems to be chaos is not chaos at all, it's actually order, or this chaos or this messy energy that you might be feeling is actually bringing back the order into your life. Okay, for example, let me actually share a quote with you guys. Give me a moment. Okay, it's from Cynthia Ocelli. Her name is literally Cynthia, but give me a moment. So it says, for a seed, I'm going to put it somewhere here, but it says, for a seed to achieve its greatest expression, it must come completely undone. The shell cracks, its insides come out, and everything changes. To someone who doesn't understand growth, again, from the outside it looks like absolute chaos, right? When there's divinity, when there's a plan behind this chaos. So, to someone who does not understand growth, it would look like complete destruction when it is not. So, the seed that is breaking apart and everything is coming out, okay? It looks like it looks freaking messy. You're like, no, that's messy. What's going on here? What's going on here? You might even tell yourself, oh my God, it's my mistake. I did something wrong. I didn't use the right water for the seed to grow. But it is part of the plan. Sometimes this messy energy sometimes has to happen. Does that make sense? So there's something about things cannot always be. I'm picking up the energy here where Spirit is saying what you're going through are changes, okay? And changes usually look very messy in the beginning, but they turn out to be something very beautiful. So I'm also picking up the energy here where your spirit guides are saying, I don't know for who this is. I also feel like some of you guys, someone here, you lost somebody to the other side, and I'm so sorry if this happened to you. My condolences, and I'm hearing the spirit, maybe that you've lost. They're saying, I'm still here, I'm still taking care of you, just in a different way. Does that make sense? So when they were here, they took care of you like physically, talking to you and stuff like that. But now they take care of you like on the other side. So they're still taking care of you. They're still like your grandparent, your parent and stuff like that. They still have their duties. But it's kind of like an energy where they're still taking care of you, but it's in a different way. So I'm picking up an energy where your spirit guides are saying what you perceive as messy or destruction or chaos is things changing into something different, things transforming and changing into something different, into something new. Does that make sense? For example, you always had a certain belief system and then you realize you don't really connect with that belief system anymore. It might feel like, okay, I don't know what to believe anymore. But at the same time, it's also the moment where a lot of new insights and a new way of living can be born. Does that make sense? So something about when something changes and it's not the way it used to be, it is the gateway to new energy. It's the gateway to live a new life or to look at things from a completely different perspective, okay? So I'm hearing the energy where your spirit guides are saying they don't want you to be scared of those changes, or something about they want you to be aware of that not everything is in your control. There's what you can control is limited, and the rest you leave to God. Does that make sense? The rest you leave to your spirit guides, the rest you leave to the universe, okay? Because the universe is highly intelligent. It's exceeding everybody's intelligence upon planet Earth, right? Nobody created the sun. Nobody created the solar system. The solar system is just magnificent. There is so much like genius behind the solar system. And there's no human that created that solar system. So there's a force, there's a spirit that is a genius. It's a genius force. It's a genius spirit. Okay? And this force, your spirit guides, God, the universe is telling you, there's intelligence behind this chaos or behind this messy situation. This is supposed to happen. This is supposed to happen, and you're soon going to understand why. Okay? Because we have here very soon. What you're asking for will happen soon in a happy way. Okay? So you will soon understand that what you perceived as messy, as destruction, as something bad, turns out to be the universe being highly intelligent and seeing or knowing stuff that you don't know. Okay. For some of you guys, I'm not gonna lie, we have the Justice card here, and it says, by the power of 3x3 Ma'at, deliver justice to me. Okay. As well as the Knight, and it says I have to like get some lip gloss because my lips are quite dry. You see, the universe is like, yep, To have here the Knight, it says triumph over adversity, you see. And then we have here the King, and it says authority and diplomacy. Okay, so again, there's something about, there's a higher force that is in the mix here right now. Whatever's happening in your life, there's some type of divine intervention, there's some type of higher intelligence, a supernatural intelligence that might exceed or that might be above what we understand, or we only understand certain things in hindsight, if that makes sense. Okay, so Spirit might be telling you what you perceive as messy or as destruction or as changes that you don't like, or you don't know what's going on, or you feel a little bit like, I don't know what this energy is. Okay, for others of you, it might not even be inside of your life. You might just feel like, I don't know why I feel the way that I feel. Okay, because I'm picking up for some of you guys, you might feel anxiety, or you might feel just a little bit all over the place. Does that make sense? Where your energy is all over the place, or your feelings are all over the place. And your spirit guides are saying they're soon gonna show you the reason behind all of that. There's definitely a higher intelligence. Something is going on in your life, okay, where the universe is intervening. Because sometimes as tarot readers, we're gonna be straightforward, or most of us, we're gonna be like, hey, you need to change what's going on here. You need to change the situation. But with this energy right here, to me, this feels like there's a higher intelligence in the mix, meaning that there's a particular day where something is supposed to happen. There's a particular way in which something is supposed to happen. There's a particular, I don't know, like where different people are involved, because we also have here people, okay? So something about where whatever you're going through is not just concerning your highest good, but it's also concerning the highest good of other people. So it means that the universe is taking care of you and multiple other people that are involved in the whole situation. For some of you guys, you might not even know that another person is involved. For example, let's say that you want to open up your own business, and maybe the first idea that you go with doesn't go great, and you're like, oh man, what's going on? It's all my fault and stuff like that. But maybe the universe is telling you, hey, that is not the idea that is going to make you happy in the long run. So then you try a second or a third idea, and then you realize, oh, it's going really great, or I feel really good about it. And what you don't know is that your first idea would have been like a one-man show, or you would have not found a business partner with your first idea. But your second and your third idea there was more potential, or something about your second or your third idea is also connected to another person's destiny, you know, where another person is meant to become your business partner. You guys are meant to become successful, but you're not meant to become successful with the first idea. Does that make sense? Or something about something would have not been good for you in the long run, but you don't know about it, right? You don't know 30 years from now, but spirit, your spirit guides and God knows 30 years from now, if that makes sense, okay? To kind of like give up your control to spirit sometimes. Again, I always talk about a scale. I'm a full-blown Libra. My heart, my soul, my spirit, I am a true Libra. I love being a Libra. Okay, the scale. Okay, realize when you are in charge, or when you have control of something, you can decide who's going to ruin your mood and who's not going to ruin your mood. You're deciding how your day is going. You are deciding what you're going to do on the weekend, right? But you're not deciding, I don't know, like the favorite color of your child, or which gender you're going to get. Again, I hope I'm not, you know, I feel like there is something like a designer baby and stuff like that, but just think about all the things that you cannot control, and you realize that there's a higher power that takes care of the sun rising, the sun setting, the moon coming up. Like you can literally not decide today is full moon. So what energy is deciding that there's a full moon? There's order and structure in the universe, right? That you don't take care of. Nobody upon planet Earth is taking care of when the moon is coming out. It's a different force, it's a different energy. So sometimes you have to give your control to spirit, to God and the universe, and realize that certain things are not in your hands. It's not your job to take care of it, right? You're also, for example, not responsible for another person's destiny, for another person's fate, right? You can guide them, you can give them advice, but you cannot click on a button that makes another person feel good. You can help them to feel good, but you cannot be the constant source for another person to feel good, right? So with the Justice card again, there's something about where Spirit wants you to realize that there's always two sides to the situation. So they might want you to look at both sides of the coin in a situation, or something about realizing when you can take control and when you are responsible for something and when you are not responsible for something. For some of you guys, I pick up a strong energy here with the Temperance card. That could also be an energy where your spirit guides are saying that your energy is a little bit mixed up with other people's energy, which is the reason why you sometimes take on their sadness or you take on their anxiety and stuff like that. Okay, so there could be an energy where your spirit guides want you to know, especially if you already had a feeling about it. Again, give me one moment, my lips are crusty. For example, you can also not change how do you call it, the colors of the rainbow. Because you didn't come up with the colors in the first place, did you? Okay, give me a moment here, guys. For example, I just want you guys to feel the energy, because Spirit is telling me they want you to feel the energy. For example, we can say autumn is beginning now, but we did not decide when autumn is beginning. We did not decide that there's 4 seasons, for example, or that certain countries have 2 seasons instead of 4. No human made that decision. Right? No human is behind that master plan. Do you see where I'm coming from? No human created the solar system. So what kind of energy created the solar system? It must be an energy that is so highly intelligent. If there's scientists and mathematics, how do you call it? Mathematicians, you see? You know, the universe is so intelligent, is so vast that there's literally scientists and mathematicians that spend their whole life trying to understand how something is working. That's how intelligent this universe is. We come here, we have scientists, we have mathematicians, we have all kinds of people that discover natural occurrences. We are observing it, but we did not create it. Okay? So I'm picking up the energy here that your spirit guides want you to know that they want you to leave something to a higher power, or they want you to trust the intelligence of the universe, because there's supernatural surrounding your situation. Okay, something about in hindsight you're going to feel like, oh my god, that was so intelligent from the universe or from my spirit guides, or there really was a higher intelligence behind all of that. There was like a master plan. What seems to be chaos to you is actually a master plan from the divine or from the universe. You know, a lot of stories when you listen to people and they tell you, oh, you know, I didn't get the job, but then I got a way better job, and it felt like fate, it felt like destiny that I didn't get the first job because the second one was way better. The reason why we always hear those testimonies and those people is because if you hear a person, or if you hear people repeating something over and over again, where you keep hearing how it seemed to be fate, it seemed to be destiny, that something did not work out, right? If something happens once, you can call it a coincidence. But if something happens over and over and over again, it is a pattern. So there's a pattern in the intelligence of the universe that certain things don't work out because they're not supposed to work out. Or something about like, oh, I'm so happy that, you know, something happened for me in winter season instead of summer season because this and that and this and that. If you look back at it in hindsight, there's a lot of moments where people talk about like, oh my god, you know, I'm so happy that I trusted the process, or, you know, like where we sometimes think that we are more intelligent than the universe, or we have to take control of everything. And I also sometimes catch myself where I'm like, okay, Cynthia, calm the fuck down, you need to surrender. You know, again, there is a beautiful balance between taking control and surrendering, and I feel like your spirit guides want you to find the golden middle between taking control and surrendering, or something about where you take accountability and where you realize that something is not your responsibility or something is not your job. Okay, so I don't know in which context this is going to make sense. I feel like for some of you guys this could also be concerning certain people around you, where you feel responsible for certain people, where you feel responsible for certain people's destiny and fate, and spirit is like, no, that is not your job. Okay, this is the job of the universe. This is the job of spirit to take care of all of these things. Okay, We also have here the spider, and it says be meticulous and patient. So again, your spirit guides are saying they want you to be patient, and please believe me. You probably heard so many tarot readings where people tell you to be patient. I totally get you from the bottom of my heart. I really do. I sometimes cannot hear when people tell me to be patient, okay? But you know, sometimes when you were impatient, and because you were impatient, you dropped your food, or because you were impatient, like you didn't want to go to the kitchen twice, so you go once and you put everything in your arms and then everything falls down, right? So you know how impatience can sometimes make you fuck up things, right? Where, for example, you were impatient to get the confirmation of your order, so you ordered twice, and then you cannot cancel the order, so there's 2 orders because you were impatient. So we all know the downfall of impatience, right? So just think about that. Just think about like how many stupid mistakes you've made because of impatience every time you feel like you don't want to be patient anymore, okay? So there's also intelligence in patience and stupidity in impatience, okay? I feel like that's what your spirit guides want you to know, in case it's triggering you when I say be patient, because I know that I sometimes, some days I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be patient, I trust the process, and then other days I'm like, please stop. Don't tell me to trust the process. Don't tell me to be patient. Don't. Okay, but again, Spirit wants you to know, just think about how many stupid mistakes happen because of impatience, okay? It might calm you down in those moments. Yeah, so we also have here triumph over adversity. So I do feel like, and especially with the justice card here, I'm not gonna lie, I also feel like an energy where you feel like someone did you dirty or someone did you wrong, or I'm also hearing something about this person must be stopped for some odd reason. I don't know why. Probably someone here is watching me. You know somebody who's in a position of authority, and you know that they're doing some shady stuff, and you feel like they don't deserve their authority position. Like I'm being brought to a person that you know is doing something bad or something not. I feel like you are aware of some type of injustice. I don't know what exactly it is, okay? You might be very aware of something shady going on with a person that is in a position of authority, and you're telling yourself like, when is the universe going to do something about this? Or when is God going to do something about this? Or maybe you send out a prayer for justice and for karma, I wouldn't even say karma, I would say justice, or kind of like an energy where you know that somebody is not good. For, let's say for example, it's like a manager who is really, not good for anybody in the company, and you ask yourself like, when is something going to change? Or again, something about where you prayed for justice, you prayed for a person that is not correct to be taken out of the picture, or where Spirit is somehow helping you to overcome this injustice, to overcome this. For some of you guys, it might even be that you are very much aware of some type of evil eye, negative energy, or somebody is misusing their power, and you have been praying to Spirit like, please help me to bring justice to the situation, or you have been praying for this person to somehow go through consequences for something that they have done. Or again, for some of you guys, you are just highly aware of like some type of injustice taking place, and your spirit guides want you to know that there's going to be a triumph over adversity very, very soon. So the tables are turning very, very soon, where the person who has been doing something shady is going to suffer the consequences of what they have done, or something about there's going to be justice, or Spirit is saying there's going to be justice, or there's going to be karma. That your spirit guides are, because again, like, can I say something to you guys? I also feel like I'm not sure if this is what you are thinking, because I'm also thinking for some of you guys, you might not even believe in karma, because you feel like there's a certain person in your life that has been doing a lot of bullshit and they didn't suffer any consequences, and I feel like you're going to experience karma firsthand, because Spirit wants to show you or teach you like how something about where Spirit wants to teach you the the concept of karma or something. I don't know what this is, but I feel like Spirit is trying to show you. I feel like this is like an energy where there's like a testimony or something about where you don't believe in karma because you feel like somebody's just doing their bullshit and they didn't suffer any consequences. And I do feel like there's going to be a situation that is going to show you that karma is real, or that the universe is taking care of things. Maybe you even feel like I'm being brought to Supernatural. Someone here could be watching Supernatural. Someone here could be watching Supernatural. But I'm being brought to Supernatural where Sam and Dean felt like Spirit was leaving them, or God was leaving them in a situation, like where you feel like God or a Spirit is leaving you to deal with a situation on your own when it's not true, but you don't see it until, you know, like the tables are turning. Okay, so Spirit or your spirit guides or something along those lines, they're saying that the tables are going to turn very soon, and you're going to see that there is justice, or that there is like an order, or that the universe is intelligent, or do you know what I mean? Like where there's like karmic justice, or there is law. I'm hearing law and order. There's law and order, or the concept of law and order comes from Spirit, right? Something about, I feel like, again, something about where you're going to see karma playing out, or this could even be an energy. Oh, yes. Oh, hallelujah. Your spirit guides are here. This could also be a person in your life that didn't believe in karma. The reason why this person had the balls to do all the things that they have done that were unjust is because they thought nobody's watching them. This person, I don't know who this person is. You could just feel like a particular person is doing that, and for others of you this might be going on behind the scenes and you're not aware of it. But there's going to be a full circle moment where you're going to realize that the universe saved your ass, or that you dodged a bullet and you didn't even realize anything, because you're such a sweet soul that you don't realize sometimes when people are doing bullshit behind your back. But there could be like an exposure where Spirit is showing you like, hey, this person was shady and phony from the get-go, and because you're such a kind, sweet soul, you didn't see it, but you're going to be like, wow, I didn't know this was going on behind my back, but look at how the universe had my back when I didn't even realize that something was going on behind my back. Does that make sense? This might be something that you're going to have this feeling very, very soon, is what Spirit is saying here. Okay, because I feel like for some of you guys, there is a person that has been effing with your confidence, or there's a person that has been effing with, I don't know, your finances, and you have been like asking yourself like, I don't know what's going on. I'm also hearing here, listen to me, I'm also hearing here, can I ask you a question? I want to ask you a question. Okay, have you had problems with your car? Someone here had problems with their car. Someone had problems with their bank or their bank account, or something weird happening with your bank or your bank account. Someone here had problems with their car. Someone here had problems with like your house maintenance, where certain, I'm picking up the energy where you keep dropping stuff, or something about, I'm also seeing leaking, where things leak. Okay, like you buy something and it's leaking, and it happens a lot of times when you're like, why is everything that I buy leaking? Or why is everything that I buy, it's like messy, or something about when you buy stuff, it's like messy, or some type of like messy energy in your house, where I don't know, like something weird, okay, is what I'm picking up here. Also something about where you feel like you're always in traffic, or how can I explain that energy? Where you feel like, I don't know why everything is going wrong. It's kind of weird. It's suspicious. Does that make sense? So you feel like it's suspicious how much stuff is going wrong today. And again, you might be saying, oh man, it's me. I'm the person, you know, like, but Spirit is saying there's a higher intelligence, and you might not realize that there's people involved. This is not just your energy. This energy also involves other people's energy here, okay? So something is not your fault. You might just not be realizing that there's other people involved in this situation, or that there's like a higher intelligence as to why, for example, you don't get a particular job because you're supposed to be at a different company, and that's where you meet a business partner, a soulmate, a this and that, you know, where you meet a particular person in a different company, but how would you know? That's why Spirit is telling you to trust them, okay? But I want to see what this triumph, what is this adversity for pile number 1? Yeah, bitch, I knew it. I felt it and I knew it. Look at that, the Hanged Man. And you can see there's more than one person. Do you see that this is not just you? There's multiple people's energy in the mix of whatever's going on here. For example, you could also be wishing for something, but your wish might also affect the people around you. So Spirit is very meticulous and very particular with when something is going to happen, because it's going to affect different other people. Does that make sense? Where Spirit wants, again, there's a higher intelligence, right? There's also a higher intelligence in how much distance there is between the moon and the earth, the sun and the earth, how big the sun is. If the sun would be like, I don't know, 5 degrees closer to us or 5 degrees more distant from us, it would make a huge difference. So again, there's a higher intelligence, and your spirit guides are saying the situation is very, this has to be punctual, or something about meticulous, or something has to be like, you know what I mean? Like there cannot be any, this is not like a go with the flow type of situation. Something has to happen on a specific day, or because there's multiple people involved in this. So I don't know what exactly this means. It's kind of like an energy where what is concerning you also concerns the destiny and the fate of other people. I don't know why, but this is like a multiple people type of situation. Even people that you have not yet met, that are somehow connected to you and to what you will be doing 3 months from now, 3 years from now, okay? So with the Hanged Man here, we have a snake here, okay? I talked about a third party, so you could also feel like you are in some type of third party, or there is some type of third party situation that you find very messy, or you are in the middle of 2 energies or 2 people, okay? For some of you guys, I'm picking up the energy here. This adversity is that someone has been trying to slow you down. Okay, so someone has been, oh yeah, literally, didn't I talk about the car? When you have problems with your car, or you have problems with your finances, someone has been trying to slow you down. That you don't grow so fast, or that you don't move on so fast, or that you don't move on from them at all. Do you know what I mean? Like where maybe a person around you has a feeling that you're going to outgrow them if you continue to grow this fast, or if you continue to level up so fast, you might eventually outgrow them. Does that make sense? Where someone didn't want you to outgrow them, or something about where someone wanted to slow you down. What is this adversity here? Yeah, I also feel like an energy here where the 5 of Cups is an energy where someone makes you feel sad for no goddamn reason. Like this is like a person who creates anxiety or sadness or depression. They guilt trip you, or they make you feel sad, or they make you feel bad for who you are or your decisions, or something along those lines, okay? So something about where there's sadness in your soul or in your spirit that doesn't even belong to you, that is even unnecessary. It's unnecessary sadness, or it's unnecessary worry, but it is because there's other people involved in the whole situation, okay? And if you look at the card more closely, that's why my readings are always so fucking long. I should be a bedtime storyteller, you would say. But if you look at the 5 of Cups here, there's like a flower growing behind him. So this whole card is absolutely dark and gloomy, but why is there a flower blooming and blossoming behind him? Does he decide when the flower blossoms and blooms? No. Does he decide the color of the flower? No. So there is a force around you that is telling you, maybe there is a reason behind your sadness. Maybe there is a reason behind this bullshit. Kind of like there's intelligence in the bullshit. Okay, or there's some type of like divine order, or there's a reason why you feel this way, okay? For others of you, you're supposed to feel the sadness because there's like a gem. I'm hearing there's a gem of insight, or something about your sadness would teach you, or I'm also hearing your sadness would tell you the truth, or your sadness would teach you. Okay. Yeah, I feel like, let me get one more. For others of you, I feel like somebody has been guilt tripping you. Somebody has been trying to make you feel bad for doing something. Okay. And you feeling bad or guilty has been holding you back. Does that make sense? So, for example, you want to go to a casting and become an actor or an actress, but then somebody makes you feel bad. Like, no, wait for me. I'm not yet ready. You know, wait for me until I feel confident. So we do this together. And then you wait for months and months and months and months and months, and there's no improvement. And you start to become sad because your soul, it's like you're calling to walk this path, but then the other person cannot catch up. That's why we talk about this, where a person cannot catch up with your energy, or somebody's trying to catch up with your energy, but it's not working. Okay. So then you stand still, waiting for the other person to catch up, but you become more sad and more sad and more sad and more sad. And then the other person, do you know what I mean? Or something about someone has been the reason, like there's another person who has been the reason behind your depression or your sadness, or someone has been trying to, this is like a person who their happiness is above everybody else's happiness. They don't give a shit. Or this is a person who they want to slow you down for some reason, okay? Because they feel like you're becoming too big, you're growing too big. Someone doesn't want you to reach your full potential, or someone doesn't, listen to me, I don't know what the fuck this is, but someone doesn't want you to feel happy. I don't know why. I don't know what this means, but Spirit is taking care of that energy. And for others of you, this adversity could have also been that you felt very indecisive. Okay, something about where it was not clear to you in which direction you should go. But I feel like this confusion also came from another person. Do you know what I mean? Like the confusion that you feel is because there's too many opinions from other people, or someone is trying to decide over your life, or trying to take over your free will, or make decisions for you. Okay, for others of you, Spirit might be telling you, you cannot let your happiness depend on other people's actions. That does not work long term. Something about where you cannot change people. For some of you guys, this is about a realization that you cannot change a person. Okay, that you cannot change a person's character, or you cannot change them again, that you don't have the control to change somebody. Okay, you can help them. You can bring the horse to the water, but you cannot make the horse drink. So for some of you guys, there could also be an energy where Spirit is telling you to let go of control over other people, like where you try to, again, make them happy or help them heal and stuff like that, and you feel responsible for them healing, but nothing has progressed. You know, you've always been do you know what I mean? Like where you feel like you failed helping this person, when in actuality a person has to have, you can be there to help, but a person has to make the decision to help themselves. Okay, does that make sense? So there's a fine line between I take control or I can help, but there's certain things I cannot help with. There's certain things I cannot take control of. And for others of you, your spirit guides are saying, let go of the need to control people in case you do feel like you want to control a certain outcome. Spirit is letting you know, trust me. I created everything here. This beautiful, magnificent concept, like everything that you see. The intelligence behind trees, the intelligence behind the solar system. I created all of that. So trust me. Trust the process. Trust me. Okay, is what I'm picking up here. Can I get one more for the adversity here? Okay, one more for the... What kind of adversity was that? Yeah, look at that. I'm hearing somebody has been snooping around, or I'm hearing somebody has been invading your privacy, or has been trying to invade your privacy. Okay, or again, for others of you, somebody has been trying to take control over you. Does that make sense? Where somebody has been trying to take control over your fate, or trying to kind of like control how your life is going? Like how fast you grow and how fast you get to success, like, because they're like, no, pie number one is not supposed to succeed until I am at a certain point in life, where this person has been playing God, or has been trying to play God, trying to control certain outcomes in your life. And Spirit is going to put this person in their place. It's almost this energy where Spirit is watching this person trying to play God. And Spirit is like waiting for the right moment, okay, to expose that. We're waiting for, let me see what this justice is, because I don't know, okay. So again, for a lot of you guys with the very soon card, your spirit guides are saying what you are asking for will happen in a happy way very soon. So something is going to happen for you very soon here. We also have here the card, you will soon, look at that. We have the word soon here twice, so Spirit is emphasizing the word soon, okay? We have here, you will soon feel a spark in your soul that lets you know something is for you, okay? So I almost want to say, I'm hearing like you're walking in the city one day and you stand in front of the store and you feel magically drawn to that store. You walk into the store and you find something that sparks the shit out of you. Like you have such a spark of inspiration, or it's gonna be a moment where you're gonna feel so connected to God and you're gonna believe in the intelligence of the universe. You're gonna believe in the intelligence of God. You're gonna believe in karma. You're gonna believe in that there's really a spirit that is taking care of you in that moment when everything is coming full circle. Okay, that's what it feels like to me. Or you might literally come across something that is going to spark something inside of your soul. You're going to feel so alive, so in alignment with the universe. You're going to feel like that's destiny, that's fate. What is the Justice card here? In case, because I don't want to make this reading too long, but if you don't know anything about the goddess Ma'at, I would highly recommend for you to research her. She's probably my favorite goddess, like my favorite Egyptian goddess, to be honest with you guys. Like I feel the most connected to her. What is the Justice card about here, Spirit? Hold on, can I show it to you? Yeah, everything is covered. Doesn't it look like what I just said? You will soon feel a spark in your soul that lets you know something is for you. That's exactly what it is. When a person tries to play God, and it's like an energy where in case you do feel like somebody has been, again, doing something shady, you were very aware of injustice, you were very aware of somebody doing bullshit behind your back, sending you evil eyes, sending you negative energy, again, after whatever this is, like it's a full circle moment. You will never worry about an evil eye or negative energy ever again. After whatever, there's like an event where you're going to be like, wow, justice is real, karma is real. And also the other person's also going to be like, wow, karma is real, I have to watch my ass. There's literally, this person's going to feel like there is really a God watching me. There's really a spirit watching me. When I do injustice, I can no longer do this. Okay, I'm also hearing instant karma, where another person's going to believe in karma because they're going to receive karma for doing you wrong. One more. What is this Justice here? Look at that. I'm hearing help is going to appear out of nowhere. Or again, you're going to feel like the universe had your back even when you didn't know that certain things have been going on behind your back. Okay, so you might actually come across like kind of like secrets, like, oh, I didn't know this person is like that. There could be an energy where you're somehow going to change your perspective on certain people in your life. Okay. So if I could say it, I feel like there might be an energy where you're going to feel less connected to a particular person or a certain person, and you're going to feel closer to God, or something about where you lose this person or this person goes out of your life, but you're going to feel closer to God. Does it make sense? And this person going out of your life was God's plan because God knew this person's heart. Because Ma'at, the goddess Ma'at, is all about looking into a person's heart. And if a person's heart is not pure or not in the right place, this person is not allowed to have access to a certain afterlife or a certain, look at that. This person is not allowed access. Do you see that? Wow. Shut the front door. I feel like there's some type of like twist coming into your life, okay? And for others of you, you're literally gonna see karma play out, and you're never gonna question if karma is real, or you're never gonna question the intelligence of the universe after whatever this incident is that is happening. You're gonna be like, I trust the universe, I trust the process. You're gonna walk around and tell people to be patient and trust the process. And then you're gonna, how do you say that? Then you're gonna get on other people's nerves. So you're going to be a testimony of trust the universe, trust the process. God is intelligent, the universe is intelligent, karma is real. Where maybe other people don't believe in karma, you're going to be like, did you know what happened in my life? Let me tell you the story what happened in my life. Let me tell you how destiny is real, how fate is real. You're going to walk around and piss people off. You're going to be like, be patient, just trust the process. You know, you're going to piss people off, just like you sometimes you pissed when, you know, tarot readers and stuff like that tell you to be patient. That's what it feels like to me here, okay? I'm also hearing, in the meantime, Spirit wants you to exercise, you know, as you are patient with this whole situation and overcoming adversity and karma being served and stuff like that, okay? Spirit wants you to exercise. It says run, walk, swim, or otherwise move your body. This will give you more energy and happiness. So for some of you guys, I'm also hearing exercise is an underrated antidepressant, you know what I mean, antidepressant, yeah. So for some of you guys, the spirit guides are saying you're gonna feel good when you start exercising, or start exercising again, or exercise more regularly. Because again, you could be absorbing a lot of sadness, a lot of like, do you know what I mean, like where you absorb a lot of energy, maybe at work, maybe in your friend circle, maybe at school, and spirit is telling you every time you exercise, you are cleansing yourself from energies that are not yours, okay? For example, when you want to transmute anxiety into calmness, you go to the gym, literally, or you exercise somehow, some way, because anxiety means that there is an excessive amount of energy in your body that causes you to feel jittery, that causes you to feel nervous. But when you use that energy and you put it into exercising, you're going to feel a lot more calmer, or something about where exercise is going to help you to feel good about yourself, or it's going to help you to feel more energetic, more motivated. Some of your spirit guides are saying exercise is going to help you to overcome maybe like the sadness, or to overcome this jittery energy, or to even overcome your impatience. You know, kind of like what spirit is saying, you might not have control over when something is going to happen, but you have the control over what you're going to do in the meantime while you're waiting. Does that make sense? So while you're waiting, you do things that you like, so that you are not so impatient about the wall drying. Like when you put paint on the wall and then it starts drying, you go elsewhere and do something else. Until the time is right for something to happen, okay? Okay, the last card that we have here is see yourself doing well and you will. So Spirit wants you to believe in yourself, continue to believe in yourself. Just know that this whole situation requires for you to be patient, or something has to be particular, like where it's like something about like it has to be a particular day, or something about there's like a higher intelligence and it's like the stars have to align properly, okay? Something along those lines is what I'm picking up here. But pile number 1, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you like this reading. I'm going to see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Hello, my lovely pile number 2. Welcome to your reading, guys. Okay, let's tap in. So we're going to look at a message from your spirit guides, or God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, or maybe a departed loved one that you know is watching over you because they talk to you. And we're going to look at what they want you to know. So give me a moment here, guys. I'm just tapping into the energy here. For some odd reason, I want to say a few things just so that you know that this is your pile. First things first, I'm hearing you're cat or your pet has been acting up. Like there was something weird with your pet, or your pet has been acting up, is what I'm picking up here. Okay, for some of you guys who recently saw a cat, like a cat was walking by or passing by. Okay, or there was like a cat that you don't know, like a stranger's cat, or like a, you know, a cat out of nowhere coming to you. Okay, for others of you, I'm seeing here you recently went to the movies. I don't know why, sometimes Spirit wants to come through and say certain things that you guys know that this is your pile. Even if what I say doesn't resonate with you, just continue to listen to the message and see if that resonates. It's just an extra confirmation for certain people here. So I'm seeing here someone recently went to the movies, or you were thinking about going to the movies. Someone here recently went to get their nails done, or is thinking about getting their nails done. I'm seeing here someone recently went to a, how do you call it? Like I'm seeing like a tropical forest. So I don't know if that's going to make sense in your life. I'm being brought to a tropical forest. I don't know if you're thinking about vacation, or you have been looking at tropical countries to go to vacation to. Okay. Someone was also invited to a birthday party, or you recently went to a birthday party. What else is coming? Oh, we have a fountain here twice. So a fountain could be significant for some odd reason. I don't know why. Maybe you recently had a date at a fountain. You walked past a fountain. You threw a coin into a fountain. Okay, I'm also seeing water. I'm definitely seeing someone here recently also. You did some type of spell, is what I'm picking up here. Okay, because we have let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. So for some of you guys, you have been doing like a deep clean in your house, in your room, or you felt the need to clean your house, clean your room, redecorate your apartment and stuff like that. For others of you, you literally did like a magic spell, or you did some type of spell here. I'm also being brought to like water magic. I'm being brought to moon water. I'm being brought to water magic. For some of you guys, you have been thinking about going to your home country, or like traveling to your home country. Okay, or you long to go back to your home country, like you want to go there. For others of you, you felt the strong need to connect to your ancestors by cooking traditional food, by, I don't know, buying stuff that is very traditional in your country, in your home. For some of you guys, you have been thinking about getting a tattoo, or you recently really just got a tattoo. Like I'm talking about very recently here. Okay, someone here also got new glasses. There's a lot coming through here, guys, so bear with me, okay? Even if nothing really, you know, stood out to you yet. Okay, let's see what's going on. Yeah, so I do feel like someone here has been thinking about getting a tattoo. Okay, someone here also is throwing a party for somebody else. Like you have been thinking about how to decorate, or, you know, like how to throw a party for somebody. And for others of, ooh, I'm also saying, wow, someone here, you recently had a dream of a party. So someone here, you had a dream of a party. For others of you, you had a dream of a clock. You have been dreaming, and in your dream there was a time mentioned. Like in your dream, people said it's February. Does it make sense? Or something about a specific time. For some of you guys, you woke up very randomly recently at night at a weird time, or like, you know, like 444, for example. For others of you, there has been some weird shit going on with your clock, where your clock is doing some weird stuff, like the clock is standing still is what I'm picking up here. Is there anything else that I'm seeing? And for others of you, you have been noticing that you keep seeing like the name of a goddess. Like there's like literally where you see Athena, or Artemis, Apollo, I don't know, Zeus, where you see this word everywhere you go. Okay, so let's begin your reading. I just need to, for some reason my lips are kind of crusty today. You guys, I got this one from Body Shop. I don't know why I'm chit-chatting with you guys. You're like, Cynthia, get to the reading. But this is like literally so cool because it has mango taste. Now, it doesn't just smell like mango, it tastes like mango. So maybe mango could also be significant. Maybe someone is eating mango right now, has been thinking about mango, okay, or something about a mango scent or like a fruity scent. Okay, but anyway, let's begin your reading. What's going on here? Interesting. Interesting. So we have here the Queen, and it says love and prosperity. We also have here the cat. It's the black cat, and it says your luck will soon change. And we also have here rejuvenation and fulfillment, as well as new beginnings. And it says, let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. So first things first, your spirit guides are telling me that I would not be surprised if you tell me you have been bombarded with signs recently. I'm talking about where you see weird number combinations, you see people's birthday everywhere, because we have the card here, colors and numbers. Okay, so the card says colors and numbers. So there's something about where your spirit guides are saying they want you to pay close attention to colors and numbers, especially like in your dreams where there is a specific color highlighted, a specific month, a specific date. I'm also being brought to where you probably have been, spirit has been communicating with you, telling you what is going to happen in December, something about something that has happened last January, where again, there's something about where spirit is talking to you. And the way they talk to you is through dates, through birth dates, through months, through colors. Okay. Do you know what I'm hearing? Whoa, what is that? I'm hearing spirit is trying to show you people's aura. I never heard this in my life. I don't know, is someone here gifted when you see the aura of somebody? Maybe listen to me. I don't know what's going on here, but I feel like someone here, you had like a weird experience where you look at a person and you see like you see something else, like you look at them but there's like something around them. The spirit is saying you saw this person's aura. May that be good, bad, or somewhere neutral, or something about spirit is telling you that you are highly gifted in seeing people's aura, or something about, yeah, that's what it is. It's like whoa, what is that? Hold on. I'm hearing, I don't know if you know that, but I feel like you have the gift of reading people's aura. So maybe you sometimes look at a person and you see some weird shit and you're like, oh, my eyes, because I talked about new glasses, right? So you might be telling me like, I've seen some weird shit, but maybe because I'm hearing maybe I just need new glasses. Okay, but you see some weird shit going on when you look at a person. Spirit is telling you you're looking into this person's aura, or you have the gift of looking at people's aura. I'm literally being brought to one of my favorite tarot readers, and her mom is very highly gifted in like seeing when something is wrong with people. So she looks at the body, she's scanning the body, and she knows when something is off in the body. So I feel like, I don't know what's going on here, but I feel like for some of you guys, you have the gift. You might be currently developing that gift. So you might be in the beginning stages of developing a gift of reading people's aura, or knowing when something is wrong with their body, or something about where you can read people's eyes. But I'm not just talking about like, oh, this person is sad. Like you can literally read what happened in their childhood. Listen to me. I don't know what's going on here, but I feel like an energy where your spirit guides are saying what you might be experiencing is that your psychic abilities, they enhance, or you're actually in the process of developing a new psychic ability. It has something to do with reading people's eyes, or something about reading people's aura. You know those movies when you touch a person and you know what's going on with them? Wow, that is next level energy here. What is happening? But I do see that. Something about where you can read people's aura. For some of you guys, this might even be an energy where I'm also, listen to me, I'm also hearing like you dream of people, or you dream of colors, or something about where you see a person in a particular color, but it is telling you that this person's like, do you know what I mean? Like where you look at people and you know which color they are, or something about where you have dreams of people, and depending on what happens in the dream tells you about their aura. So this might be like a very bright dream, meaning that this person has a very bright aura, or you might be, do you know what I mean? Like where you see the color of a person's soul or their spirit. This is so bonkers what I'm picking up here right now, but that's the reason why we have the Queen here. So spirit might be telling you you are in the process of developing a new psychic ability, or something about where you are highly gifted and you don't even know it. And if you would practice and train this ability, so again, for some of you guys, the reason why things are a little bit like, I don't know, it's a little weird, is because you're in the process of developing a new psychic ability, or even realizing that you are somehow gifted in this realm, or something about that you're actually really good at reading people. Okay, something about you're really good at reading people, or I'm also hearing real eyes, realize, real lies. Okay. Something about, you know, when people lie, or for some of you guys, you had a feeling that somebody is lying and you are right. Now let's dive into the other energy. There's two energies. First of all, I want to talk about like the messy stuff, and then we're going to talk about the good stuff, okay? So that we end on a good note, but don't be scared. But we have here, be aware of fake tears. They're not really sorry. So Spirit wants you to know that there's a person in your life that pretends to be sorry, but they're actually not. Okay, something about, can I tell you something? So you see this card, right? This is like a card that I created. It's my own oracle deck. It looks like that from the back, and that's the front, okay? And it says there, be aware of fake tears. They're not really sorry. And it's funny because I was shuffling your cards, and then I, you know, did some other stuff. I put the cards here on the table, and then I was scrolling on YouTube. And I want to show you the picture that I saw immediately, okay? I want to show you the picture that I saw as I was scrolling on Facebook right after I was done shuffling and preparing the cards for you guys. Okay. And that's the picture that I saw right after I was done shuffling your stuff. And it looks exactly like this one, because I think she's also, yeah, they're both showing the middle finger here. You see that? It's like very similar. I don't know how much you can see, but this literally says return to sender. Okay, and it does, and it's funny because this one talks about let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. So this one says return to sender, and this one says keep your lies and phony self over there. Okay, so I feel like your spirit guides want you to know that you have made the right decision. For some of you guys, can I tell you something? Listen to me. I feel like you recently had a feeling that someone is lying to you, that someone is phony. You had a feeling that someone is doing something behind your back. And maybe you sometimes tell yourself, I'm exaggerating, but your spirit guides want you to know this person is phony. This person is using fake tears to make you, how do you say that? It's like an energy where this person uses fake tears, or this person likes to put themselves in a damsel in distress type of energy. Kind of, how can I explain that energy? So I pick up an energy here. You had a feeling that someone is lying, or you had a bad feeling about somebody, or you had a feeling that someone is phony or fake, okay? Or I'm also hearing for some of you guys, you also had a feeling that someone is jealous of your marriage or your relationship, or someone wants your partner, okay? Because if we look at Ariel right here, she is in a wedding dress, okay? Wow, shut the front door, because when I was shuffling your cards, I also saw a black dress. But I saw a black dress at a wedding. Okay, hold on. So, I don't know if you have a bad feeling about another person's partner. So you might have a bad feeling about another person's partner. So you might be thinking the partner of my friend is not good for them. Or you have a bad feeling about your own partner, that they maybe not tell you the whole truth. Or that they pretend to be sorry, but they're not really sorry. Or something about where they say sorry, but they might only say sorry because they got caught or they got called out. Does that make sense? But not necessarily because they really feel like they did something wrong. It's just because they got caught. Okay. And for others of you, this person is only doing all of that because they want you to, like, they feel like they can benefit from you somehow, some way. I'm being brought to mean girls that befriend a person in school because this person is good at mathematics. So they befriend this person only because they want to get good grades. Does that make sense? You could have also felt that someone pretends to like you, but they actually don't. So someone pretends to like you, but they don't. Someone says they're sorry and they don't really mean it. They don't give a fuck. You know, they don't, something about where you had a feeling that somebody doesn't care about you. Okay. And I feel like your spirit guides, let me actually get one more card here. What is the be aware of fake tears? They're not really sorry. What is that energy about? For others of you, I'm also being brought to an energy of a return to sender. Some of you guys, you have done a return to sender recently. Or something about you had a feeling that someone is jealous of your partner. Someone is jealous of your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Someone is jealous of your marriage. Or someone wants your partner. And I feel like you are correct about this. Okay. Let me see. What is the be aware of fake tears here? What is that energy about? Be aware of fake tears. Or I'm also hearing where someone wants to... how do you call it when someone wants to change the topic by crying? So you want to speak about something, they start crying, and then you don't talk about the topic anymore. I don't know, there's something about where this person is trying to deflect from the topic by crying or changing the topic, even though they didn't really give you an answer, or someone is not really giving you like a clear answer or something along those lines. Okay, be aware of fake tears. What is that energy about? Be aware of fake tears. Be aware of fake tears. Hold on. And for others of you, you had a feeling that someone doesn't like you. And I feel like they don't. Someone cannot stand you, but they might be pretending to like you because they have to. Because with the Queen, this reminds me of like, you know, a boss at work where you're only nice to this boss because you know she decides over your job, but you don't really like her. That's what it feels like to me here. Okay. But I feel like someone is doing that to you. So let me see. What is the be aware of fake tears? They're not really sorry. What is that energy about? The Knight of Pentacles. Be aware of fake tears. What is that energy about? Oh. Yeah. Oh man, what the heck is that? Give me a moment, guys. This is gonna be spicy. Give me a moment. I need to get my other decks. Again, guys, this is not your whole reading. This is just one portion, okay? So we're not just gonna talk about this phony person, but that's like the first half of the reading, and then we're gonna talk about the other half of the reading because I see something beautiful here, but okay. I pick up an energy here where Spirit maybe also has been trying to tell you who this fake and phony person is by showing you this person's birth date, in case you know this person's birth date and in case you already felt the shady energy. So I don't know, I feel like an energy where Spirit is telling you that you can trust your feelings, okay, that you're somehow correct about somebody being fake or somebody lying or somebody being phony or somebody like withholding information from you. Okay, what is the be aware of fake tears? Or something about, this could also be like a future situation where I'm picking up the energy where a person is going to cry just to get in your good graces again, or they want to get a second or third or fourth whatever chance from you, but they're not really sorry. So they don't want to make up with you because they truly love you or because they truly care about you. They might care about other stuff that is somehow connected to you, such as like, oh, pal number 2 is good at science, so I want to stay friends with pal number 2 because I need to succeed this semester. Does that make sense? This is a person who thinks about what people can do for them, and according to that, that's how they befriend people. So they don't necessarily befriend people that cannot do anything for them, or they like, wow, I'm also hearing something about a friends with benefits. I don't know what this is gonna, how this is gonna make sense. I'm hearing this is like a person who befriends people to benefit from them, or who stays with people to benefit from them, even though this is like a person who pretends to like people that they don't like. What the actual fuck is that? For others of you, you might be telling me, Cynthia, there's this person, they're very nice, but for some reason I don't like them. You don't like them because you notice that there's like a fake phony energy around them. You don't like, it's like the energy where I'm hearing, for some of you guys, what you need to hear right now is that it is okay. You don't have to like a person, because I sometimes feel like society is very weird, because we sometimes think we have to like somebody even though we don't. It's kind of like, just because I don't like banana flavor doesn't mean that I have anything against bananas. Banana is not my enemy just because I don't like bananas, okay? I don't know, I feel like for some of you guys, you might be pressuring yourself to like somebody even though you don't like them, but you're telling yourself like, I don't know why I don't like them, they're nice, you know, I should like them, but I don't like them. So there could be an energy where your spirit guides are saying there might be a valid reason where this person really is fake and phony, and that's why you don't like them, and something in your body, mind, soul, or spirit is resisting this fake phony energy. That's why you don't like them, even though they pretend to be nice, because we all know people can smile in your face and be a fucking bitch. Like, the thoughts that they have about you are a fucking bitch, but they smile into your face. Okay, sometimes I even forget, like, not everybody's connected to God, and especially those that are not connected to God or not connected to spirit are the people that are very lost and have the capability of being very phony, fake, and evil, mean, you know. So there could be an energy where your spirit guides want you to acknowledge that you don't like somebody and just, you know, stand behind that. Like, I don't know why I don't like them, but I don't like them, you know. There's no beef, there's no, do you know what I mean? Like, there's no beef, there's no nothing, but I don't like this person. Just like you don't like mango flavor. You have nothing against mango. It's just natural. It's very natural for you to not like mango. This is like, you are naturally designed to not like mango, but you love bananas. Another person loves bananas, but they don't like mango, right? Something about where it's something about where don't go against your natural energy, or don't go against your nature just because, like, where you tell yourself that you should like something or you should like somebody. You know, you should, but I don't know why you're saying that. I don't know. Again, it's kind of like an energy where you're like, I should like this person, but I don't. And for some of you guys, you have valid reasons, and for others of you, you don't have valid reasons. And there's not always, you don't always have to have a reason why you don't like somebody. Again, there's no beef between you and mango, right? But you don't like mango. Mango is not your thing. It's not your taste. It's not your vibe. You don't like it. That's all it is. For others of you, you might be going through something where you're like, I don't know why this person doesn't like me. Hey, plan number 2, this might not even be personal. This might just be, again, for some of you guys, it's a fake phony person. This fake phony person doesn't like you because your light triggers their demons. I'm gonna be very honest. Your light triggers their shadow, okay? Because if they are around you, they feel like, you know how listen to me. Just imagine that there's a lot of people that don't work on themselves, and here we go, they don't work on themselves and they don't do shadow work. So when they are around you, like you always work on yourself, you always try to develop your character, you always start to see things from a new perspective, you always try to challenge yourself, you always try to become more peaceful, more calm, more productive, more this, more that, more this, more that. Like you have a lot of fun, like you want to grow into your full potential. And then there's other people that are maybe complacent, maybe lazy, and every time they are around you, your spirit guides are here. Every time they are around you, they feel uncomfortable because they don't want to put in the work. But every time they are around you, you make them feel bad for being complacent, or you make them feel bad for being lazy. So they would rather want to be around other complacent and lazy people where they can continue to practice their old habits, because they're not yet ready to, you know, do something, kind of like to do hard things, or they're not yet ready to sit down and do shadow work. They're still scared of their own shadows, still scared of their own darkness and stuff like that, okay? So then when you come into the room and you're so full of character development and light and this and that and this and that, you trigger them. You show them, hey, instead of going out and partying, maybe I should, you know, go home and, you know, work on my self-confidence and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like when you walk into the room, you bring truth, and some people don't like the truth. Some people like sweet lies instead of the ugly truth. So it might not be a personal thing. For some of you guys, the spirit guides are saying they don't want you to take it personal that someone doesn't like you, okay? They maybe have their own personal issues as to why they don't like you. Because again, you might be triggering something in them that they're not yet ready to look at. They're not yet ready to look into the mirror or to look at something. But every time you are there, you make them feel like they have to look at it, so they don't want to be around you, okay? For others of you, it's really very, very simple. They don't like mangoes, or they don't vibe with you, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's really nothing personal, so don't take it personal. Why would you want to be with a person who doesn't feel your vibe or who doesn't like you? That doesn't make any sense, does it? You want your soul tribe. You want people that love your energy, that love your vibe. So if somebody doesn't like you and they walk away from you, thank them for not pretending to like you. Okay, I would rather want to have somebody tell me, hey, I don't like you, instead of somebody telling me, somebody pretending to like me and hate me behind the scenes. Like, please, just tell me you don't like me. That's totally fine. And then we're all going to move on with our life. And there's no beef with it. And again, for others of you, if it doesn't concern you, this might be like a person around you, okay? Where you have a feeling about somebody and you're actually correct. They're somehow fake and phony. Okay, someone is fake and phony. What is this? Be aware of fake tears. What is that energy about? Someone is fake and phony. Can I also say something? Hold on, guys. I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. Because this is going to sound weird, but I'm going to say it. I feel like this person has been very jealous, again, either of your love life, your marriage, or your partner, where they sometimes say, oh, I wish I had a boyfriend or a girlfriend like you, or something about wedding, marriage, proposal, where you felt an evil eye during a proposal, something about something weird, or you had like a feeling that this person is again lusting after your boyfriend, lusting after your girlfriend, or lusting after you while you are in a relationship, something like that, okay? So because I'm also picking up the energy here where you go to someone and you tell this person that it's not going great with your relationship. And this person's like, oh, I'm so sorry. But they're not sorry because they either want your man or they want you. So they're happy when it's not going great in your relationship. Does that make sense? Someone might actually have a hidden crush on you, or a hidden crush on your boyfriend or girlfriend in case you are in a connection. Because it does feel like an evil eye towards your love life or towards your marriage, or I don't know, something along those lines, or relationship here. Okay, and for others of you, I'm seeing like this person has been jealous of your style. I don't know why. For some of you guys, you are very, very, I I feel like you are very passionate about clothing, like you love, like it brings joy to you to create a style or to style things that don't go together. I'm not even telling you that you always wear Prada and Gucci and Valentino. I'm not even talking about that, but you might be like, you really love to, you know, create styles or put things together that don't go together, but they look amazing. Maybe you've also received a lot of compliments where people compliment your style. People compliment your style, or you recently got a compliment about your style, like, oh, the way you dress is really cool, or something about where people really love the way that you dress, or something about I'm hearing you have a natural talent to be a trendsetter. So for some of you guys, you are literally a trendsetter. Like when you wear stuff, people really like the way that you dress. So some of you guys, you might even get, like, people sometimes look at you, but they look at you because they feel like the way you dress is super duper cool. Something about where you have a natural talent to look casually cool, or to put things together that don't go together, or to make a fashion statement, or a lot of people get inspired by the way that you dress. So you, again, maybe have a lot of people complimenting you or wanting to buy the stuff that you wear. Just a confirmation that this is your pal. And I feel like this person has been jealous of your style. This person has been jealous of your style, or this person has been jealous of the compliments that you get. This could also be a person who is always complimenting you on your style and on what you wear, but they're secretly like jealous of it. So they maybe don't have the money to buy the stuff that you buy, or maybe they feel like you know how to dress and they don't. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what this is. Okay. And I want to ask another question. For some of you guys, did you notice that your clothing is just falling apart out of fucking nowhere? Like, I don't know, like a crack in your, because I'm seeing something about where this person is jealous of your clothing. So there's some weird stuff happening with your clothing, like stains, or something ripping, or can I say something? I was at a party, and I remember this one girl, she said to me, like, if somebody compliments you too much on the way that you dress or something along those lines, it's not good. Like, she was superstitious, and she said something about, like, when somebody compliments you on your clothing all the time, it's not good. And on that night, I was at a club, okay? I was at a club, and she was complimenting me all the time about my dress. It was a neck holder. So I wore a neck holder, like, with a lot of, like, you know, cleavage. And it literally ripped. It literally ripped right after she said it. She said something, I don't know if it was her or somebody else, but I feel like there's something about, maybe you've also noticed that there's some weird shit happening about clothing. Like, you buy something and it's not properly, or you have to go back and return it because there's something wrong with it, or something about where, I don't know, you lose your necklace, or I don't know, something weird with your clothing. Like, there's some weird experiences with your clothing. Okay, and I feel like it is because someone is jealous of the way that you dress, or that you have money to buy clothing, or that you have money to go shopping, or I don't know. This is very weird. Okay, so you could have noticed that there's some weird shit going on with your clothing. Like, why the fuck is that happening all the time? And I feel like this is like a person who has been evil eyeing the way that you dress, or they feel like you have the money to dress well, or you look amazing. Or for some of you guys, this could have also been connected to your nails, like something about where someone compliments your nails all the time, but then right after they compliment you, something is going on, like your nail is, you know, like gets caught somewhere. Does that make sense? I feel like someone has been somehow evil eyeing your stuff, but again, it's something about the way that you dress or what you look like. Very weird. Okay, let me see. Why is the be aware of fake tears? So I feel like Spirit wants you to know, because I'm seeing this person reaching out to you, and they might be saying sorry, and Spirit is telling you this person is the fuck not sorry. They don't give a fuck. They stand behind their action with every fiber of their being. They don't give a fuck. They might even think in their mind, they might be saying, pile number 2, I'm sorry, but in their mind, their thoughts, pile number 2 is exaggerating. Pile number 2 is so sensitive. She's fake crying or fake tears and fake this, fake that, okay? Where this person comes to you and says sorry to you, but again, they only say sorry to you because they feel like they can benefit off of you, or they feel like they have to say sorry to you. Does that make sense? Kind of like an energy where with the Queen, they feel like you are in a position of authority, or what you think about them is very important to them because it determines how other people think of you. Does that make sense? For example, if people really trust your judgment, like people trust you when you say this and that is not right, people trust you, or people tend to trust your opinion, or people tend to trust you, or you might literally be in a position of power. So this person, it's very important for them the way that you see them, because you determine how other people see them, or they feel like you have the power to change the way people look at this person, and that's the only reason why they say sorry to you. But in their soul, in their mind, they actually don't like you at all. They do not like you. Okay, pile number 2, I'm gonna be very, very honest here with you guys. This person does not like you. They don't give a shit about you. They cannot stand you. Okay, they just want you to think good of them. Like it's the reputation. Like they care about reputation. They don't care about connection. They care about benefit and reputation. That's what they care about. So Spirit is telling you, don't take this person's, if this person apologizes to you, you can take on this apology, but move on with your life, okay? I'm also seeing, okay, I'm seeing like this person reaching out to you. You can forgive them. It's maybe very important for you to forgive them, okay? But don't think that this person cares about you, because they don't. They don't give a shit. I'm gonna be very honest here with you guys, okay? This could be a person who's very disconnected from their heart. They have like an icebox as a heart. Or they have like a, do you know what I mean? Like sometimes life is so hard on you that you become numb. I feel like this person is already numb, or they have like a heart out of ice. They're like an ice queen or like an ice king. Okay, they're so disconnected from their heart and their soul. They don't really feel anything inside when they say sorry. Or you could have also felt that this person is very cold, or they have like a very cold energy, or you saw some cold energy in their eyes. I'm hearing real eyes, realize, real lies. Okay. And I want to show you a hold on guys. Okay, there you go. So it is a quote by Tupac, okay? And it says, Tupac once said, just because you lost me as a friend doesn't mean you gained me as an enemy. I'm bigger than that. I still want to see you eat. I still want to see you eat, just not at my table. That's what it feels like to me. You're kind of like an energy where Spirit doesn't want you to walk around and hold a grudge against this person, in case you do know who this is, okay? Because this grudge that you feel is only gonna hurt you, or it's only gonna make you sad, or it's only gonna create like problems in your life when you hold on to this grudge. Something about where you take a person for who they are. Oh my god, what is this one? It's like a song by Tupac, where he comes in, like Biggie, you know, in the movie music video, Biggie started to, you know, like get him out of the way, and then he survives. America's 2 Most Wanted, okay? And he comes in, and Biggie says, please don't kill me, you know, because he found out that Biggie was like doing something. So he was like, please don't kill me. And then Tupac says, I'm not gonna kill you. Once we're homeboys, we're always gonna be homeboys, even if you're a fat phony or a phony fucker or something along those lines. Does that make sense? Where Spirit wants you to know, or maybe that's how they, because I feel like maybe you also have like you don't know how to deal with a situation, you don't know how to deal with a disappointment, or you don't know how to deal with a fake or phony person in your life. You're like, how am I going to handle the situation? I feel so triggered by them. They're fake, they're phony. I want people to see this person is fake and phony, or something along those lines. Or something about you want the truth to be revealed, okay? And again, your spirit guides are saying, first of all, they want you to know that you can trust your intuition, but I'm also picking up the energy here of like just letting it go, kind of like where you let go of the grudge, or you let go, like you just take them as they are. Like, you are a phony motherfucker. I don't have nothing against you. You do you, walk your path, and I'm going to walk my path. And not that you wake up every morning with anger and frustration and stuff like that, because if they make you feel angry and frustrated every day, they're winning, because they, do you know what I mean? Like, where don't let this situation make you bitter, or don't let the situation cause so much anger or so much frustration in your life that it actually messes with your daily routine, or it messes with your mental health. Does that make sense? Where your spirit guides are saying they want you to let go of this. You know this person is fake. You know this person is phony. You know this person is not sorry for others. Of your spirit is warning you. Don't take this person's apology, or if you take this person's apology, that doesn't mean that you accept them back into your life. Stand behind your decision, because we have decided. It says it's time to clearly make a decision about what you want. For some of you guys, your spirit guides are saying stand behind your decision, or something about you made the right decision. This person was not sorry. This person did not care about your tears. This person did not take your tears seriously when you were crying. Okay. This person thinks you're too sensitive or something along those lines. So something about where stand behind your decision, or don't let this person, like, you know, use tears to make you change your decision about them. Okay, they're not sorry. It's fake tears. But I feel like your spirit guides don't want you to walk around every day with blame, like where you blame this person, or you are frustrated, or you are angry. Don't let this person, like, don't let this person have any power in how you feel or in your mood or what you do, okay? I'm hearing, instead of, how do you call it? It's like this one quote, instead of fighting the old, spirit wants you to focus on building the new. So instead of feeling like, do you know what I mean? Like, instead of you feeling like you have to fight them, or I'm also hearing a taste of your own medicine, something about where spirit doesn't want you to focus on fighting with them. Spirit wants you to focus on building your new life, or building something new, or focusing on building your life. Does that make sense? Don't let this person distract you, because there's something about where you feel bothered by them, or you feel bothered by their energy. This could even be like an energy at work, where you are very bothered by somebody at work, somebody in your friend circle, somebody in your family, and your spirit guides are saying, don't focus on fighting with them. It's not going to get you anywhere. The best revenge is your glow up. The best revenge that you can, you know, and I don't like when people seek revenge. Okay, so when I say that, all I'm trying to say is you're going to feel so amazing when you focus on building your new life, when you focus on building the new, when you focus on the good things instead of focusing on fighting the phony fucker. Okay, because I do not stand behind revenge. It's not my thing. You know, I feel like a return to sender is something different. It's just like I'm holding a mirror, like I'm not doing anything. I just take a mirror and you look into the mirror. That's a return to sender. But again, spirit doesn't want you to fight every day, or spirit doesn't want you to feel this disharmony in your body, mind, soul, or spirit just because this person is around. Does that make sense? They want you to focus on the good stuff. When this person is talking and you don't like listening to them talking, put your earphones in, turn up the music. Does that make sense? Watch a movie to distract yourself from this person's energy. Don't focus on them. So when I say the best revenge is like your success, what I'm trying to say is the best thing that you can do for yourself when somebody is doing you wrong is you succeeding, glowing, shining, and thriving, because I don't believe in revenge, okay? But I feel like this person believes in revenge. This is the person who does not let go. This is a person who holds a grudge, and they walk around feeling like everybody needs to... This is like a person who... And it's funny because we have Ariel here, and I forgot Ursula. Yeah, so Ursula... Actually, the reason why Ursula had a fight or had this problem with, there could be an energy where the mermaid movie is significant in your life right now, or this feels like the mermaid energy, because Ursula actually had a problem with Zeus, right? With the Little Mermaids, with Ariel's dad. So Ursula had a problem with Ariel's dad. And that's why she took Ariel to cause pain to Zeus, to Ariel's dad. So there could even be an energy where someone is just using you to hurt somebody else. So be aware of like, because I don't know what the fuck this is, but to me this feels like be aware of a person who uses you to hurt somebody else, like where somebody uses you as a rebound. So be aware of that kind of energy, or something about where a person uses you to make another person jealous, and Spirit is like, please just, you know, get away from this whole situation. Don't even get involved in that drama. Don't even pay attention to that drama. Just go on with your day. Do your spa day. Do your self-care. Do yoga. Do meditation. Journal. Do anything but focus on this bullshit, okay? Because I don't know. I feel like this is like an energy where someone is trying to seek revenge, but somehow you're in the mix, or someone is trying to seek revenge because they don't know when to forgive and they don't know when to let go, okay? So somebody's, and this could be the reason why there's this bullshit energy in the air, because someone is, like, this is a person who holds grudges. They don't know how to forgive, okay, is what I'm picking up here. This person doesn't know how to forgive. Like, even if somebody does you dirty, do you want to walk around for 500 years? I don't get it. Like, you don't have to like this person, but like, it's toxicity in your body to hold a grudge, right? So Spirit might be saying that to you, or they might be telling you that this is a person around you. Maybe you have noticed that this person is, I'm also hearing, look at how people treat other people, and you will know how they will treat you. If a person is nice to you and mean to the waiter, it's not a nice person. Because once you do something that they don't like, they're gonna become mean to you, just like they were mean to the waiter. Pay attention to how people talk to you about other people. That's going to let you know how they're going to talk about you once you piss them off. How does a person react when you have a fight? It's going to let you know everything that you need to know. Something about seeing a person for who they are, not changing your opinion because this person is crying in front of you or saying sorry. They don't give a shit, okay? They don't care. All right, we talked about that. So Spirit is saying it's time to let go of anger and blame. So again, they don't want you to focus on fighting the old or fighting this person or fighting this person's energy. They want you to focus on building new energy, welcoming new energy. Yeah, that's what it is. Welcoming new energy, or just choosing to approach the situation from a healthier approach. Because what matters is that you come out successful, healthy, and happy. Okay? Sometimes you need to choose your battles wisely when it is more important for you to feel peace instead of fighting with this person. If this is a stubborn coconut head, you can fight with them for eternity and they're still not gonna get your point. So might as well just drop it, okay? That's what it feels like to me here. But they're also telling me that your spirit guides are also telling me here that we have your disappointment. So I do feel like you felt very, very disappointed by somebody recently. For others of you, I hope this is not going to happen in the future. But if it is, just know that this person was not good for you. And Spirit wanted to show you that this person is not good for you. Or Spirit is trying to show you that someone doesn't care about you. I'm also hearing, if people show you who they are, believe them. Okay, so Spirit might be trying to show you that someone doesn't care about you. And that it's time for you to move on. Okay, not holding a grudge, just telling them, hey, I still want you to eat, I still want you to succeed, but not at my table. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like you've been very disappointed by somebody, or you were very disappointed about how a person, yeah, you were very disappointed. Like, I'm hearing someone left you on red, or someone, I don't know, someone was like disappointing you, and your spirit guides are saying that this disappointment was meant to happen because you don't want fake, phony people in your life, or something about where, again, it might just be an energy where they don't like you, you don't like them, but you both pretend to like each other for, I don't know, for some odd reason. So it's like it's a good riddance type of energy, or something about it's okay not to like somebody, or it's okay when somebody doesn't like you, because if they don't like you, it's better to have a truthful, honest person who tells you, hey, Panamutu, I don't know why I don't like you, I don't have a reason, but I don't like you. This is way better than someone who pretends to like you, right? So that's what I'm picking up here. Don't take it personally. Oh, this person literally has problems in their life that prevents them from opening up to people. That could also be a reason, okay? This person could deal with depression, social anxiety. There could be all kinds of reasons why this person is not open to open up to you. So don't take it personally, because you don't know what's going on in their life, is basically what I'm trying to say. For others of you, I feel like your spirit guides are saying that this fake person is gonna get replaced by a true connection. Okay, I feel like your spirit guides are saying, because we have the chalice here and it says rejuvenation and fulfillment, and the chalice, the ace of chalice, or it looks like the ace of cups. So this tells me that your spirit guides want you to know that this person that maybe is going out of your life is going to get replaced by a true connection, or a person who truly likes you. Look at that, a person who truly likes you, or a true connection. Okay, so there's a new connection on the horizon is what I'm picking up here. For a lot of you guys, this could be a strong connection with a spiritual man. It says this is going to be a man who has a big heart, who's open-minded and who is intelligent, so you don't have to worry about them judging you. This is also a person who's very intelligent, so they think for themselves. Instead of going with the mainstream, they think for themselves, they read their own books, they do their own research, they watch documentaries. Does that make sense? So there could be an energy where there's like, I feel like there's a new connection on the horizon with a spiritual man. Again, this person has a big heart, they're open-minded, intelligent, okay? So let's see, can you clarify the spiritual man here, please? What is that energy about? Yeah, that's a new connection with the Ace of Swords here. And again, for others of you, someone wants your man. Okay, for some of you guys, I feel like an energy where someone wants your man, or you had a feeling that someone has an eye on your man, and I do feel like it's the truth. Okay, so someone is happy when you have relationship problems because they might have a crush on you or on them, or someone is not good for your marriage, or someone is not good for your relationship here. Okay. Can you clarify the spiritual man, please? The Ten of Wands. What is the spiritual man energy about here, Spirit? The Hermit. What is the spiritual man energy about here? What's going on? And we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. Let's see. Let me get that oracle right here just to see. Okay, let's see what that energy is about, because this spiritual man could be family, could be friends, could be love. I don't know. So we're going to check what this energy is about. Could also be a co-worker. Can you clarify the spiritual man here, please? For others of you, what you need to hear right now, what your spirit guides want you to know. So this card here says surrender. Surrender sometimes means giving up, trying to understand, and becoming comfortable with not knowing. So for some of you guys, your spirit guides are saying they want you to surrender, or they want you to stop trying to understand, like kind of like, why did this person do this to me? Stop trying to understand why they did this to you. Okay, or something about surrendering, trying to understand the situation and becoming comfortable with not knowing. For others of you, this could also be calling you out not to watch too many tarot readings. So some of you guys, you felt like maybe I should stop watching 7-day predictions, monthly predictions. Maybe I just want to live in the present moment, and maybe I don't want to know what's going to happen 2 weeks from now, 1 month from now. Maybe I want spirit to surprise me. For others of you, you have been trying to get an answer from your spirit guides, like, when am I going to meet my true love? When is this going to happen? When is that going to happen? And you're not supposed to know. Something about where spirit is withholding information from you on purpose. Something about where you have been trying to figure something out, but you get mixed signals, or you get mixed results, or you don't know if left or right. And your spirit guides are saying they want to keep the mystery, or something about it's important for you to not know everything. Or you maybe also had like a feeling where you want to watch less tarot and be more in the present moment and let the universe surprise you. Does that make sense? Where it's gonna, something about where when things become predictable and you start to feel like, like a numbness. Does that make sense? Because sometimes when things are predictable, you start to feel like it's not adventurous. I don't know what this means, but something about bringing unpredictability. For some of you guys, it could be an energy where Spirit is saying it's time to bring some spicy energy or some unpredictability to your relationship here, in case things have become mundane. Okay, look at that. We have your Ice King. Ooh, okay. We have your Ice King and work. So, whoa. Let me get one more. Who's the spiritual man here? So you could be meeting a man who works in the spiritual business. You could be meeting a spiritual man at work. Okay. You could be meeting a spiritual man who's an entrepreneur. Okay. Who's the spiritual man here, please, Spirit? What is that energy about? So Spirit might be telling you whoever disappointed you, they're going to get replaced by a spiritual man with a big heart. It's funny because I talked about how the person that is going out of your life or that disappointed you, or this might happen in the future, and it's like Spirit is letting you know, like, hey, it's okay to let them go. There's other people, or don't take it too personally. But Spirit is telling me whoever this person is that disappoints you, or that is going out of your life, or that you decide to cut out of your life, this person is going to get replaced by a spiritual man with a big heart. Okay. And we talked about how this person didn't feel connected to you, or they had a heart made out of ice, you know, like metaphorically speaking, where this person was very numb. They didn't feel anything. So some of you guys, there's also an energy where you have been asking yourself, why don't you love me? I'm hearing, why don't you love me? So you maybe have been feeling like someone doesn't love you, and you have been asking yourself, why don't they love you? But it's like, it's a problem with them. There's something not right within them. And for others of you, again, nothing personal. They don't like mangoes. So there's no, it's not a big thing behind it. It's just a preference, okay? What is the spiritual man about here? Yeah, okay. Ooh. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Oh, this seems to be a person that you will work with in the future. Okay, so this could be a person who's going to offer you a job. This is a person who's going to help you to get a job promotion, or is going to help you to find a job. Whoever the spiritual man is. For others of you, this is definitely an entrepreneur or someone who has their own business. The spiritual man, I feel like the spiritual man is going to help you to overcome an obstacle. Okay, our Spirit is sending the spiritual man into your life to overcome some type of obstacle. This could be they're going to help you to overcome an obstacle with your work, with your finances, or this person is going to have your back in a situation where maybe someone, you know what I mean? Like, where's, wow, I'm hearing a sponsorship. Ooh. Listen, I feel like someone is going to believe in your potential and they're going to support you. Like, you thought this person's going to support you, they're going to be elsewhere, like you guys are not going to be in contact, or there's going to be distance between you and the other person. But this person truly believes in you, and they're going to, you know, like really support you. For example, they're going to help you to take pictures for your website. They're going to cheer you on. It's like a person who's going to be like a big cheerleader. This person's going to cheer you on. This person's going to hype you up. Okay, kind of like a hype man is what I'm picking up here. Okay. So I do feel like you are about to meet a spiritual man who has your back, who's going to help you to build something, who's going to help you with your finances or your work situation. Okay. The spiritual man could also be the reason why you start to believe in good people again. Because I feel like if you have been going through a lot of disappointments, it's not easy to trust people, right? And I feel like the spiritual man that you are about to meet, he's going to be the one that breaks the ice. Okay. He's going to be the one that makes you believe that you are ready to go out and meet people again, especially if you felt like you wanted to isolate yourself. Can you give me one more card? Who is the spiritual man? I'm also hearing, if you tell me you are a loner, I feel like the spiritual man is also a loner. Okay, so you might be a loner, they're also a loner. And you guys are going to understand each other, if that makes sense. Okay, let's see. Who's the spiritual man? Who are they? Can you give me... Yeah, we have the Knight of Wands here. I feel like this is a person who was very reckless in their past. This is a person who had a spiritual awakening, basically. They maybe used to be very, I don't know, 𝐻𝑒𝑙𝑑𝘫. They used to run after women, or they used to think that material things are important, but not anymore. They had a spiritual awakening. Who is the spiritual man here? Look at that. They had a spiritual awakening. They're now very connected to God, very connected to the universe. Okay. Yeah, they used to be a player, or they used to do bullshit. They used to do bullshit in their past. They used to be like a party guy. They used to go partying, and now they're abstinent. They don't drink. They don't have sex with people. Like a complete 360 where a person completely changes from their past is what I'm picking up here. And I feel like this is a person who is very successful, or this person is meant to become successful. They're so in alignment with God in the universe that Spirit is going to bless them, or their ancestors are going to bless them with success and finances, or they already are blessed with a lot of success and finances, okay, from their ancestors, or because they're so connected to God, or they have so much faith in God that they manifest big things in their life. And what kind of connection is this going to be between pile number 2 and the spiritual man? Hold on. That flew freaking everywhere. Look at that. Oh my God. I love it, guys. Look at that energy. Hold on. Am I even in focus? God damn it. Hold on. Let's do it like that. Let me put the blinders up a little bit here. Okay, so with the Hierophant with the Hierophant, I pick up an energy here. This is gonna be a connection where you guys are gonna pray together. Dang, I'm hearing a couple that prays together stays together. Okay, now this is, you know, this doesn't have to be, because some people can be fake spiritual and can be fake religious, then, you know, but I feel like this person, you're going to have a strong connection because you both meditate, or you both pray, or you both believe in God. Like you both are besties with God. They love God just as much as you. They believe in spirit guides just as much as you. They believe in God just as much as you. They love going to church just as much as you. They love meditating just as much as you. This is a God-fearing person. Your connection is going to be so... this is a connection where it's you, them, and God, or you, them, and spirit, or you, them, and the universe, or your departed loved ones. What kind of connections is going to be between pile number 2 and this person? 8 of Cups. What kind of connection is this going to be between pile number 2 and this person? Okay, I feel like you both are going to... let me see. What kind of connection is this going to be between pile number 2 and this person? I feel like you're both going to escape. For example, you're both going to relocate together, or you're both going to quit your job together because you're both going to go to another job together. Does that make sense? So I feel like an energy where you're both going to leave something behind. For example, you're both gonna stop drinking alcohol together. You're both gonna relocate to a different place, a different city. You're both gonna quit your job to look for another job that is better for your mental health. Does that make sense? Where I feel like you're both gonna have an escape plan together somehow, some way. You're both gonna encourage each other to let something go. Okay. What kind of connection is this going to be between pile number 2 and this person? Yeah, for some of you guys, this is going to be a work situation. You're going to work with this person. For others of you, you're going to have a business with this person, or this could literally be like a businessman who's interested in what you sell and what you do in your service. Okay, somehow, some way. Ooh, hold on. Let's get one last card. What kind of connection is this going to be? Yeah, we have twin flame. Look at that. I cannot make this up here, okay? This is a very strong connection here between you and this person. I'm almost seeing like telepathic communication here as well. Okay. Let's see. One last card. What kind of connection is this going to be between pile number 2 and this person? Yeah. Okay. You're going to help them to overcome bullshit, and they're going to help you to overcome bullshit. So they have like an enemy in their life that they have to conquer, and you help them, and you have an enemy in your life that you have to conquer, and they help you. And this enemy can be literally anything, like a toxic relationship, a toxic work situation, maybe like an addiction, maybe a bad habit that you want to conquer. Do you know what I mean? That's what it feels like. You're both gonna conquer negative habits together. You're both gonna, I don't know, like overcome addictions together. They are your bodyguard, you are their bodyguard. If somebody puts them down, you're gonna come in like a bodyguard, and if somebody puts them down, you're gonna come in like a bodyguard. That's what it feels like to me here. So for some of you guys, this is your twin flame, where your spirit guides are saying whoever this person is that you lose, or whoever this person is that deeply kind of like that deeply hurt you, or that deeply disappointed you, this person's gonna get replaced by a twin flame here. Okay. And again, for others of you, if you already are in a connection, this could just be like a work type of situation where you're going to have a new colleague coming in very soon. This is a masculine energy. This person is going to be a new colleague coming into your company. This could be like a business owner coming into your life, a masculine business owner coming into your life. And they're basically going to help you with your finances, or with achieving something, or they want to work with you, or they believe in you, or they want to buy your ideas, they want to buy your product. Okay, something along those lines is what I'm picking up here. Or they're going to connect you to a third person. Does that make sense? So this person is coming into your life, and the spiritual woman is going to connect you to somebody else that is going to be significant in your life, in case you are in a connection. Okay, but again, this is what I was talking about with the triangle. Okay, where someone has an eye on your partner, or someone has an eye on you, in case you are in a relationship here, or you need to be aware of that type of energy. Okay, is what I'm picking up here. Yeah, I do feel like you're going to work with this person somehow, some way, or you could be meeting them at work while you're working on something. Okay, is what I'm picking up here. Or you're both going to have a passion for self-employment, business owning, cryptocurrency, magic, spirituality, and you're basically going to share that. Yeah, look at that, because it says share. When you share, everyone feels happy. Okay, so hearing with this person, you can share your true self, and they're going to love you for who you are. But with the other person, they don't like who you really are. Okay, or something about where spirit does not want you to share your happiness and your joy and your spiritual insight with this person, because this is a meanie. This is a mean gal. Okay, this is a mean girl. This is a gossip girl. This is a liar, manipulator. This is a person who is not really connected to their heart. They're connected to their bumhole, but not their heart. Okay. Pound number 2, I also see Spirit is showing me the scene where those evil stepsisters of Cinderella rip her dress apart, which is weird. I don't know why I'm being brought to clothing. For some of you guys, maybe you went on a shopping spree lately, or you have been thinking about going shopping, or you really wanted to buy new clothing, or you changed your wardrobe. Okay, for some of you guys, I also feel like you changing your wardrobe kind of triggered people. I don't know why. Does it make sense where you somehow change the way that you dress? Maybe you dress more elegantly, or more modest, or maybe you dress more flashy. Maybe you're more expressive with the way that you dress than usual, or maybe you now really found your style, and maybe your style is a little bit different compared to other people. Or I'm picking up the energy here where you recently bought yourself some nice stuff, like high quality nice stuff, and someone got triggered by it. I don't know why or who, but Spirit is showing me the scene where Cinderella, those evil step mothers, ripped her dress apart, and then the god fairy or the godmother came and blessed her with a new dress, kind of like where Spirit is saying, no matter what this person has been I don't know, I feel like an energy where this person has been causing some type of messy energy. Does that make sense? Where maybe because you took their advice, they kind of led you astray, or because of them you have to like rebuild your confidence. Something about with this person, they did not only disappoint you, but maybe they caused some chaos in your life, or they caused some type of messy situation in your life. And I feel like what Spirit is trying to say is this person has been causing some messy energy in your life, but they're gonna send another person into your life, or something about where they're gonna send help to clean it up. Kind of like where Cinderella again, where she had her dress and then her stepsisters, her evil stepsisters ripped it apart, and then the God Fairy came and, you know, renewed the dress and made it even more beautiful. So the God Fairy came to her to clean up the mess, or help her clean up the mess that was caused by other people. So there could also be an energy where your spirit guides want you to know that whatever messy energy these people brought into your life, they're going to send people into your life that are going to help you to clean up this mess. Does that make sense? This could also be the spiritual man that might be coming into your life, or something about keep an eye out for a spiritual man that might have an answer to a question in your mind, is what I'm picking up here. But I feel a strong energy where your spirit guides are saying, no matter what these people, like where these people maybe, for example, had a plan to ruin something for you, not knowing that Spirit has something better in store for you, or they're going to send help to you, or they're going to send people into your life that are going to help you out. So almost this energy where these people don't know, like the people that are going to help you in the future. I don't know how to explain it, but they are unaware of how much support you have. It's better that they don't know, but I feel like an energy where your spirit guides are saying, kind of like, just imagine they rip your dress apart, and Spirit is like, we're going to get you a new dress, and this dress is going to look even more beautiful, or we're going to send people into your life that are going to help you to clean up this mess, or to clean up some type of energy in your life, or to help you to cope with something. Okay, or something about where help is being sent to you is what I'm trying to say. Okay, or something about where someone is like, and it's funny because the card says they're not really sorry. So someone maybe even had the intention to hurt you, or had the intention to let you down, or had the intention to make you sad, or had the intention to make you feel like you are alone and nobody's helping you, or someone had the intention to, and even if they didn't, they still stand behind their asshole moves. So part of them must agree with what they have done, in case it is somebody in particular. So I feel like this person, their plan was it to cause some type of chaos or mischief, kind of like again with Ursula in the Little Mermaid. Maybe you even have been just an instrument for another person to get to another person. I don't know, there's something weird going on here. I don't really know what this means. Just know that your spirit guides are going to send like a spiritual man into your life that is going to help you to kind of like overcome this. Or again, because this could also be like financial, some type of messy energy, or where you don't know what to do financially on, or when it comes to your career, or something about your work situation, but there's help coming to help you see in which direction to go, or to gain clarity, or to gain understanding, or something along those lines. Okay, pile number 2, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you like this reading. I'm going to see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Hello, my lovely pile number 3. My ear is making some weird noises, so I do feel like your spirit guides are definitely trying to talk to you. I would not be surprised if, I want to ask you a question. Have you had like some problems with your ear or hearing? Because I'm being brought to like ear problems, or I'm being brought to like you had some health issues with your ear or hearing. or something with your tonsils, like I'm being brought to the neck and the ear. For others of you, you maybe got new earrings. I'm being brought to the ear, so I'm picking up like earrings, I'm picking up ear piercings, or I'm picking up something about the ear, like health issues with the ear, or not being able to properly hear, or you've been experiencing a lot of ringing in your ear. Okay, so what I'm picking up here, I'm also hearing something about someone here had back issues, like problems with your back, or back issues, or your back is hurting. Okay, I just wanted to say that because my ear was going crazy, and I feel like that might be something connected to you. Okay, I'm also seeing dragons here, so dragons could be significant somehow, some way. Okay, I'm also seeing the movie Snow White. I mean, we literally have somebody here looking like Snow White. Okay, so I'm seeing an energy here. Let me see what's going on. Okay, hold on a second. Someone here, you have been thinking about changing your diet, and Spirit is saying you committing to this change or changing your diet is going to make you so happy in the long run. So they want you to move forward with this idea. For some of you guys, you have been thinking about changing your eating habits. And Spirit is saying this is going to bring so much happiness and joy to you in the long run. It might not be easy in the beginning, but in the long run, it's going to bring so much joy and happiness to you. So it says it's a like definitely yes. So I feel like whatever you have been thinking about before you have been clicking on this pick a card reading or on this pile, it's a yes. Something about it's a yes, or you know something is a yes. Okay. Or something about Spirit has been trying to give you a yes, or like a green light for something. They have been trying to tell you, yes, we support that. We think this is good. Yes, this is going to be successful. Yes, this person is good for you. Okay, because we also have as innocent as a dove, you can trust this person. So maybe you've been asking yourself if you can trust somebody in your surroundings. And it doesn't happen that often, but Spirit is saying, yes, you can trust them. Okay, something about yes, you can trust them. And look at that, we also have here the golem, and it says a close friend acts on your behalf. So this is somebody who talks good about you behind your back. This is somebody who prays for you behind your back. This is somebody who genuinely wants the best for you, which is not the case for everybody. Okay, this is a person who defends you behind your back. This is a person who prays for you behind your back. So I don't know who this person is. Let's see. Okay, so Spirit first of all wants to tell you you had thoughts about something that you want to do with your self-care. Maybe I've been thinking about, I want to focus on growing my hair. I want to focus on skincare. I want to stop drinking soda. I want to drink water. Maybe that's going to help me with my health issues or with my skin irritation. Okay. For others of you, you have been thinking about something about changing your diet or changing something about your skincare routine, your hair care routine. Okay, whatever it is, this idea that you have is genius, or it's going to bring a lot of like health to you, or it's going to bring a lot of confidence to you. Okay. Can you tell us, who is this innocent person, as innocent as a dove? You can trust this person. Who are they? Oh, so it's a business partner or something about a career. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so we have career here. This could be somebody that is overseas, because the suitcase also for me feels like maybe you've met this person while traveling, or you have been thinking about doing business with somebody with the career card here, or somebody has been giving you advice when it comes to your career. But I don't feel like they've been telling you in which direction to go. I feel like they have been maybe telling you secrets about how to become successful. Does that make sense? So this is the type of person who they don't tell you what to do. They just tell you how they did it, and you get inspiration from them. Or something about this person shows you tips and tricks, but they don't tell you in which direction to go. Does that make sense? Okay. For some of you guys, this is also like a role model is what I'm picking up here. Or you look up to this person, or this person has a nice career. Let's see what else. We also have your soulmate. So Spirit wants you to know, yes, somebody is your soulmate. This is so lovely. This is such a refreshing energy because sometimes I see the opposite in the cards. Okay, so we have your soulmate. So someone is your soulmate here. Yes, someone is your soulmate. This doesn't have to be love. This could also be someone is your soulmate in business. Like you both are meant to do business together. You both are meant to walk walk a path together somehow in your career. This could also be a co-worker or like a colleague or something along those lines. And we also have your dating. So this could be a person that you recently went out, like you went out with this person to get a drink, to get a wine, is what I'm picking up here. Or this person is really supportive of your career. Like this person is always pushing you to do something. They always hype you up with your confidence, okay? They always tell you, you can do this and stuff like that, okay? Who is this person that pile number 2 can... Who is this person that pile number 3 can trust? Yeah, we have the Ice King here. Ooh, that's interesting because these cards came out in pile number 2. So we have the Ice King here. This feels like an entrepreneur. Someone who owns their own business. Someone who knows a lot about finances, money, business. Someone who knows a lot about success. So it does feel like work. It feels work related, okay? You have been thinking about working with somebody, collaborating with somebody. You have been thinking about taking the advice from somebody and apply it to your career or to your work situation, okay? Is what I'm picking up here. Let's see what else. Give me a moment here, guys. Who is this person? Because it's like an energy where your spirit guides want you to move forward, or they want you to act on an idea, but this idea seems to be connected to somebody else. Okay. Let's see. As innocent as a dove, you can trust this person. Who is this person here? Who is this person here? We have here temporary problems, clouds. Okay. Okay. And then we have here sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. That's so interesting. Let me get one more before we're going to look at everything here. So I almost want to say, it almost feels like to me here where there is an idea that you have. And this idea is going to bring a lot of success to you. This could be success in weight loss, success in weight gain, success in growing your eyebrows, growing your, I don't know, do you know what I mean? Like it can be small things, it can be big things, okay? For some of you guys, it's connected to your career. You have been thinking about like following, wow, I'm also hearing for some of you guys, you have been thinking about following somebody's path. Not that you are copying them, but you have been thinking about following somebody's advice, or you have been thinking about following somebody's path, or try what they do. I don't know what this means, okay? And Spirit is saying you can trust this person. I feel like this person is a little bit outlandish because we have the imagination twice. So this could be a person who dreams very big. This could be yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune, absolutely. So I feel like this person is a person who is they take risks, or they think big and dream big. So this is a person who they don't limit themselves as to what is possible. This is a person who has a lot of imagination. Okay. And Spirit is telling you you can trust this person, and they want you to say yes to this person, or they want you to say yes to this offer. Okay, let's see. Who is this person that pile number 3 can trust? Is there any symbolism, anything that will let pile number 3 know who they are? Definitely, or I don't know why I said definitely. Who is this person? Okay, any symbolism, how pile number 3 is gonna, okay. This person could be born in March. You could have had a business meeting with this person in March. This could be somebody that came into your life in the month of March. This could be somebody who has made this could be somebody who something happened in March. So you either met them in March, they are born in March. You might be born in March. It's just a confirmation for you guys. This person could have made an offer to you in the month of March. You maybe started a job in the month of March, and there's like a co-worker here. Okay, or this person has been inviting you to go somewhere in the month of March. Maybe you also have been traveling with them in the month of March. And yeah, look at that. We have short journey. This is so funny, okay? Because I literally talked about how you maybe have been traveling, or they have been asking you to travel with them, is what I'm picking up here. Okay. So with the horses, could be somebody who likes horses, who is into horse riding, or they could have a tattoo of a horse. Could also be a person that you don't know for too long, because the short journey also tells me that you don't know this person for too long. This person could be quite new in your life. Again, this could, I feel like it's either someone that wants to do business with you, or someone that has been sparking an idea inside of you, or someone that you look up to as a role model. I also just saw a sponge. I don't know why. Why did I just see a sponge? This is weird. What the heck? Maybe someone is holding a sponge right now? I don't know. Or maybe you... I'm also hearing a cognac sponge. Yeah, oh, exfoliating. Something about where you bought stuff for your skin. I feel like whatever you bought, it's going to be good for you. Okay, hold on. Who is this person that pile number 3 can trust? Who are they? For others of you, this might be a person who's not in your life yet, but wow, this is a very emotional person with the teardrops. It says great personal sorrow. So this could be a person who has a very, very hard past, but they somehow made it out successful. Or this is a person who cries a lot, or who's a crybaby, or this is a person who is very close to tears. They cry very fast. People mistake this person for being soft, but they're actually very intelligent or very strong. Excuse me. Okay, so you could have seen this person cry before, or they could have expressed to you that they're sad. So this is a person who shows their emotions, is basically what I'm trying to say. And then we have the 10 card here. It says celebration, fun, and enjoyment. So this could be a person who likes to party, or a person who has been inviting you to go party with them, is what I'm picking up here. But for some odd reason, your spirit guides want you to take this opportunity, or work with this person, or say yes to them, or take on this person's advice, or follow them, or I don't know, something is going on here where your spirit guides, they're basically saying yes to a connection in your life, or they're saying yes to an idea, or they're saying yes to like a partnership, like you have been thinking about partnering up, or something about where you have been thinking about doing something with somebody, like as a team play, as a group, or as a collaboration, or something along those lines. And I feel like this is going to bring a lot of success to you guys. This is like a golden idea, or like a genius idea, or something is going to bring success to you with the 9 of Pentacles. Oh, this is so funny, because I was asking to myself, what is that about? Because it says choose your words carefully. So maybe someone... Okay, listen, I'm hearing for some of you guys, there is going to be a person who's going to make an offer to you very soon, okay? This offer might seem too good to be true, or this might be a very outlandish idea, or something about where you always imagined something, and then you literally have a person that is talking to you about something that you've imagined. So they basically have the same vision as you, or the same imagination as you. So you're going to be like very surprised about how they have this idea, because you have the same idea. So why not do it together? That's what it feels like to me here, okay? And that's why it says choose your words carefully, kind of like an energy where your spirit guides want you to say maybe to an offer before saying no. Okay, because with the imagination clouds your judgment, there could be an energy where maybe you think to yourself, maybe on that day you don't feel good. Does that make sense? And you just want to say no to everybody. Or maybe on that day you don't feel confident about yourself. Does that make sense? Something about where your spirit guides want you to be aware of an offer, and they don't want you to immediately say no. They want you to either explore it before you say no, or they want you to say a maybe to this person. Choose your words carefully. Don't say no to them immediately without even thinking about it. Does it make sense? Where maybe you need 1 or 2 more days to really think about it, and then you're going to realize it's actually something that you want. if that makes sense. And on that day when they have been asking you, you just felt bad, but 2 days after that you're going to feel like that's a golden opportunity. So there's something about Spirit is telling you, if there's any offers coming to you the next, I wanted to say the next 7 days, so it could be coming to you the next 7 days, but if there's anybody coming to you asking you, hey, let's do this together, I want you to be part of my whatever, I want you to be part of this plan, are you interested? But it feels like work, career, something along those lines, something, a creative project. Your spirit guides want you to say, maybe, I'm going to think about it before saying no, because you're going to come to the conclusion that you actually want to say yes, or there's a lot of luck and a lot of blessings attached to you taking this offer from this person. So for some of you guys, this is going to happen in the future. So again, be careful with your words. Say maybe, or I'm going to think about it, and not immediately no, because you might have the tendency to say no because you maybe don't believe in yourself, or you know what I mean, like, or maybe you sometimes also suffer from like not feeling good enough. So every time someone comes to you and brings a good offer to you, or someone wants you to be part of something beautiful, you say no because you think you're not beautiful enough or not good enough. That's what it feels like to me. That's why Spirit is telling you, hey, don't say no, say maybe, think about it, consult with us, and you're going to find out that this is the opportunity that you have been waiting for. For others of you, what I'm picking up here is we have your imagination clouds your judgment. You see, this is what I was talking about. There could be an energy where someone is going to ask you a question on a day where you feel not so good. But again, hold your tongue, say maybe, and think about it before you make a decision. For others of you, I'm picking up the energy here where you have been asking yourself if something about where you have been asking yourself, if I would follow my imagination, because it says, imagination now set me free, divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. So you've been asking yourself, if I follow my imagination, if I really create what is in my mind, is it going to be successful? Spirit is saying, yes, it will be successful. Something about where you have been asking yourself, is it just in my imagination, like where you think about something and then you're thinking, is it just wishful thinking, or is this my path, is this my purpose, or is the universe like supporting me, or do you know what I mean, like, or is God supporting me with this decision? That's what it feels like to me here, where you might be thinking like, I want to open up a restaurant. It's in my imagination. I imagine myself having a restaurant, but will I be successful? It's a yes. Okay, because it says imagination clouds your judgment, but what I'm picking up here is because it came out in reverse, it almost feels like your imagination is telling you the truth, or something about there's a lot more possible than what we have been taught. Or for some of you guys, you might be in a group. You guys, you might be in a group of people that their imagination is not as big as yours, so they would tell you, oh, this is never going to work out. Does that make sense? Because I don't want to say anything bad. What I'm trying to say is, you are around people, and those people, they don't dream big, they don't believe in big things, but as a matter of fact, every person that achieves big things, they had a huge mind, they were dreaming big, they had huge visions. There's no person with a small mind that achieves huge things. People that achieve huge things, they have a huge mind, they have big ideas, they are visionaries. So if you are in the surroundings where people tell you that something is not possible, it's just because their mind is closed off, and maybe they are not meant to walk this huge path, but you are. Does that make sense? You're supposed to see this huge vision because your vessel, your body, your soul, your spirit is able to see it. Other people cannot see it because maybe it's not their path. So you would need to find people who are just as visionary as you, their mind is just as open as yours, so that this vision can become reality. So if you are around people who tell you that something is only real or only if you are surrounded by people that tell you something is not possible, it might not be possible in their life, or it might not be possible for them because they cannot, their vision doesn't go that far, or they were not meant to see it working because it's not their path. But Spirit is telling you there is a person either coming into your life, or this person already is in your life, that has like this person is a visionary. This person is like, they dream big and they don't put themselves in a box and they don't put other people in a box, and they might want you to talk to that person instead of other people that are small-minded and that they cannot go as far as you do in your mind or with those visions, or they were not even meant to see the vision in the first place. Does it make sense? Their eyes, their mind was not designed to see this vision because it's not their path. It's your path and the path of the other person. That's why you both see the same vision. This is very odd. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Is what I'm picking up. And for others of you, because it does say a close friend acts on your behalf. So it's kind of like Spirit wants you to follow the suggestion or the recommendation of an acquaintance or a friend. But again, this is a person with an open mind. I just described who they are. Let's get one more card, who they are. This person that pile number 3 can trust. Can you get me one more card? Who's this person pile number 3 can trust? Look at that. Ooh. Look at that energy. It's the Empress. This is I told you. This could be a person who does big things. This could be a person who is very flashy, practices a lot of self-care, likes to, do you know what I mean? Like, this is a person who is either, because with the King of Pentacles and the Empress, this is, can I say something? I feel like you're going to notice this person. This is a person who cannot be not noticed. This is a person who sticks out in the crowd like a sore thumb because they have more success than other people. Maybe they're more flashy than other people with the way that they dress. Maybe their makeup is very outlandish. Do you know what I mean? This person likes to dress up. This person likes to dream big. This person likes luxury. This person likes to, they like to do big things. They like to do like big productions. This is like a person who really, their mind like is limitless. So this is a person who, again, they could be working behind the scenes for some type of movie production, film production. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is like this person has a big personality is what I'm trying to say. So it's not going to be that hard for you to not notice them. Like, people do notice this person. Again, for some of you guys, I feel like this person is about to come into your life if this person is not yet already in your life. But this could be a person who is a hairdresser, who is, again, they're very flashy, or they like to dress up. They like to have beautiful makeup. They like to change their hair. They like to change jewelry. They love makeup. They love self-care. They go to Pilates. They like to drink water. They're very much into self-care. They love making money. And I'm not seeing this person being materialistic. I'm seeing them, this is a person who is like, oh, I only live once, so I want to make the best out of my life. Does that make sense? This is like a person who believes that when you are on planet Earth, you should make the best out of it. Kind of like a bubbly soul that is so happy about being on planet Earth, and they want to achieve things and be places and do things and look beautiful. So it's not materialistic. It's kind of like they're just happy to be alive, okay? This is a happy-go-lucky person here. One more. Who's this person? Oh, yeah. This is definitely a person that you would consider a winner. Like, you would look at this person, you would look at them like, wow, they achieve things that you look up to. This could also be a person who has a lot of people that are jealous of them because they are in a position of power. They are in a position of achieving stuff that people don't achieve because they believe in big things, so they achieve big stuff. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, this is a person who works a lot, a very hard worker, probably a full time schedule. Okay. This could also be a boss or like a person who has a full-time schedule here, or this could be literally a company that wants to work with you very soon, and Spirit is telling you this company is going to be good for your reputation, or something about this company has good intentions with you is what I'm picking up here, in case it is like a business sponsorship type of situation. This might be something coming to you very soon. Okay. Yeah. So you would consider this as a winner. You would consider this person as they're good at playing the game of life, or they're good at making money, they're good at winning, they're good at, you know, they're good at winning is what I'm picking up, or they know how to play the game of life, or something about this person is already in the game and you're not. For example, you are a musician. This person's already in the music industry. Does that make sense? So they're already in the industry is what I'm trying to say here. Okay, and Spirit might be telling you can trust this person, or they want you to trust this person's advice that they give to you, or at least try it out before you judge it, if that makes sense. Okay, is what I'm picking up here. Is there anything else? Yeah, we also have here the card, this chapter is making you the most powerful version of yourself. What you will learn, others will be grateful, you will teach them. So Spirit wants you to know whatever you're going through right now is to make you the most powerful version of yourself. Okay, you're going through all of these energies right now because Spirit wants you to become strong in who you are, and strong in what you represent, and strong in your belief systems. Okay, strong in how you walk upon planet Earth and what you want to represent. For others of you, Spirit is trying to make you strong when it comes to your confidence. For others of you, Spirit is trying to make you strong when it comes to your health. Does that make sense? Where Spirit is showing you, hey, you need to take care of your health. So maybe you feel like your throat is sore. Just an example, okay? And you're like, damn, why is my throat sore? It's like Spirit telling you you need to take better care of yourself, because if you're on optimal health, you're going to achieve things that you didn't know were possible, but you need enough energy to create big things. Big energy, or big things require big energy, or a lot of energy. So you would have to have a lot of energy in your body, and the way Spirit is communicating that to you is by maybe making you very uncomfortable with a health issue that then leads you to changing your habit, I need to change the way that I eat because I feel this uncomfortable energy where I'm going through health issues. Okay, so then you change the way that you eat. Your body becomes stronger and stronger and stronger until you are ready to manifest those big things in your life. Okay, that's what Spirit is trying to tell you. Whatever you're going through right now, Spirit is trying to show you how to become strong, or it is literally making you strong right now. It's making you headstrong. It's making you disciplined. It's making you more focused. It's teaching you to be focused, to be disciplined. Okay, it's teaching you to practice self-care. It's teaching you how important self-care is. Okay, you also have here the card, it's okay to be different, you see. So there could also be an energy where someone who is very different is going to come into your life, or someone who is very different is in your life right now. Like, you know, this person is completely different compared to all your other friends or all your other acquaintances. They might look very alternative. They might have like a very alternative lifestyle. They might even dress very alternative. They might just be a little bit, they might be the weirdo, or they stick out like a sore thumb in your life. Okay, and I feel like Spirit is bringing this person into your life. Listen to me. I feel like for some of you guys, your spirit guides are going to bring a person into your life who's very outlandish and very weird. They have a weird lifestyle. What they do for a living is maybe weird or outlandish. The way that they eat is weird. Maybe their hobbies are weird. And when I say weird, weird for me is a positive word because I like weird people, okay? So if I say that, I mean it in a positive way, unique, okay? You could also replace the word weird with unique. What they do for a living might be unique. What they eat might be very unique. They might be into intermittent fasting. They might only eat fruits, vegetables, and they might be pescatarian. Do you know what I mean? Like they're somehow weird, okay? Everybody eats this type of food and they eat, their plate looks completely different, okay? And I feel like for some of you guys, Spirit is bringing this person into your life to encourage you to no longer be scared to be different or to be yourself. So you might be looking at yourself as like an outlandish person. Spirit is going to bring an outlandish person into your life to show you that there's power, in being weird, or that your weirdness is actually your superpower, or they're going to show you how much you can achieve or how beautiful your life can be if you accept yourself for who you are, or if you fully embrace this weird energy or your weird ideas or your crazy, you know, imagination. So Spirit is bringing this person into your life to show you, hey, if you choose to walk in non-traditional path, or if you choose to do something different with your life, or if you choose to fully embrace you being a different compared to other people, you know, like when you choose to express your uniqueness and your weird ideas and your weird personality, that's where you're going to find yourself. You're going to find yourself happy with a job that you like, with a lifestyle that you like, and with people that are just as weird as you. And then you're all going to be weird together. You're all going to be aliens together. Does that make sense? For others of you, this person already is in your life, and your spirit guides want you to know they sent this person into your life. This could even be a person who you have been friends with this person for 3 years or whatever. And you know this person's completely weird. They're outlandish. They say some weird stuff like, you know, I have been thinking about healing my inner child, you know. Like, this is not an average Joe conversation talking about healing your inner child, right? This is not an average Joe conversation, I suppose. Like a person, they start very weird conversations is what I'm trying to say. And again, Spirit has been sending this person into your life to push you to be confident in who you are, and push you into it's okay to be different, or to fully embrace your weird style, or that you want to have your hair in rainbow colors when you were scared to do it, but then you meet this person who's weird and outlandish and successful and they're happy, and then you're going to be like, you know what, I think I feel, you know, confident in doing so. Does that make sense? Where Spirit is telling you they want you to take inspiration from people that you deeply connect to, and see that them being different is actually what makes them powerful, and not them blending into the environment is what makes them powerful. Okay. We also have here hello and goodbye. It says you will soon see that this change will make things better, you see. So there could also be changes where you're like, let me see what those changes are. So there could be some changes happening where you're like, I don't know what this is about. This could also be the reason why we had imagination clouds your judgment, where you judge a change as something bad when it is actually something good. We also have this in power number 1. Let me see. What is the hello and goodbye energy about? Okay, we have the 𝘸𝑗𝑠. Now I'm hearing 𝑐ruella de Vil. Oh, someone here is meant to be a fashion designer. Okay. Someone here is meant to be a fashion designer, and you're actually going to be successful with being a fashion designer. I do see that here. Okay. Because we have 𝑐ruella de Vil. Okay. What is this change that power number 3 is going through? I'm also hearing something about where you design something, but it's like, and people want to buy it because it's unique. I'm hearing unique. Oh, it's funny because Beyonce's album cover she was sitting on a horse, right? And we talked about who is this person that you can trust. So this person could be somebody who likes Beyonce, or someone who reminds you of Beyonce, or someone who likes to quote stuff, or who likes to post music from Beyonce. Because I'm seeing the album cover. I love that album cover so freaking much. Like Beyonce, like I used to like her back in the days when there was Destiny Child. She's not my favorite artist. I don't necessarily have anything against her. I like some music from her, not everything. But this album cover with this horse that is invisible, this is a fucking masterpiece to me. This album cover is a masterpiece to me. I don't know. This is like, I freaking love it. Okay, so you could also find yourself loving this person's art, like what they create. You're just so drawn to it. You're mesmerized by it. You cannot stop looking at it. Does that make sense? Where they might design fashion and you're so mesmerized by the fashion that they design. Okay, and it's like you're both supposed to come together and design something together is what I'm picking up here. We have the death card here. Ooh. What is this change about here? Like, listen, if I would do an album cover, I would do something like that. Like this invisible horse is just, because, for example, me, I like things that look cyber. Like I like cyber stuff. And it does look a little bit cyber, kind of like a horse from the future. Or like, I don't know, it looks a little bit futuristic. So I do like that. So this person could also be futuristic, or they could have very outlandish futuristic ideas. They could also be cyberpunk, or something about, they have like a futuristic energy here, okay? Or they like to talk about the future. What is this change that is going on that you don't necessarily like? What is that about? Yeah, Spirit has been making you feel uncomfortable so that you start practicing more self-care. Okay. What is this change about for pile number 3? What's that about? Yeah, okay. Now I'm hearing this song. I'm gonna put it down in the description box. Unique! And I cannot even do that properly. And then she says, that's what you are. Unique! I don't know why I find this so funny. Anyway, let me see what's going on. So I feel like you could have been realizing that you are addicted to something. This could even be social media, or that you cannot be alone. Do you know what I mean? Like you have been noticing that something that you do is not good for you. And it maybe has been causing health issues. It maybe has been causing mental health issues. It maybe has been causing something in your life where you're like, no, I need to change now. Like, this is not a good lifestyle for me. This is not a good way of, I don't know, like, I don't want to spend my evenings like that. I don't want to spend my weekend like that. Okay. Something has been feeling like a burden, like a... I'm also hearing where you feel like something has more control over you than you have over it. Does it make sense? Where you feel like you cannot just stop scrolling. So this app has more control over you than you over it. Does that make sense? Or where you feel like something is going out of control. For others of you, you have been realizing that you don't feel good in a connection here. And maybe you said, or someone, I feel like an energy where there was like a, maybe you said to someone, you don't want this anymore, or another person said to you they don't want something anymore. Because with the 10 of Wands and the Death card, I feel like there maybe has been conversations about breaking up or walking in different directions between you and another person. Or you have been thinking about, like, you know, quitting your job. You have been thinking about, like, again, walking away from somebody. You have been thinking about making drastic decisions, you know, like cutting off an addiction, or making like I'm also hearing like exposure therapy. I don't know what this means, or something about a radical, like I'm hearing cold turkey. Okay, I'm hearing something about cold turkey. For others of you, you have been working too much, like a workaholic. Okay, and it has been very hard on your body, on your soul, on your spirit. So you have been feeling like shit because Spirit wants you to take better care of yourself. Okay. That's what it feels like to me here. So again, there's something about a unique offer, a unique person. Let me actually see what this Wheel of Fortune is about. Okay, something about an idea that is connected to fortune. An idea that is connected to fame and fortune. An idea that is connected to optimal health. Okay. To a unique path. Unique! That's what you are. What is it called? Is it called Alien Superstar? That song? Or is it called Unique? I don't know. Let's see. What is the Wheel of Fortune about here? Look at that. 6 of Pentacles. What is the Wheel of Fortune about here? Let me get one. Ooh, look at that. This is about a fortunate collaboration, about two people coming together and celebrating huge success in the future. See? Confirmation. The phone was silent the whole time. When I say it, it happens. Okay. So it does feel like I'm also hearing sacrificing something. For example, I sacrifice my partying on the weekend in order to work on a project. So for some of you guys, the spirit guides are saying this change could be connected to sacrificing that you think brings pleasure to you but gets you nowhere. Okay, and you kind of like something about replacing one thing that you do with another thing. So it might be asking you to replace you being on Netflix for 2 hours with maybe only 1 hour, and then the other hour you practice self-care, or the other hour you work on something with another person. Does that make sense? For others of you. And I know exactly how you feel. For others of you, you have been thinking that you want to do something on your own. But Spirit is saying you're going to achieve something a lot faster, or the vision is going to become bigger, or the success is going to become bigger when you work with somebody, is what I'm trying to say here. So Spirit might be showing you that teamwork makes the dream work. Okay? Or they're sending you the right person to work with into your life, whereas maybe you're going to separate from another person that was not good to work with because they didn't get the vision, or they didn't think futuristic. Maybe they thought more traditional and not futuristic, because you have to like put these two energies together, because we live in a different age compared to 30 years ago, right? So what worked 30 years ago might not work now, is what I'm trying to say here. Okay? So, and for others of you, it's literally about you getting inspired by a person. You're getting inspired by a person and just following that inspiration that you feel, that spark that you feel, okay? Or this admiration that you feel for another person is there for a reason. It's not just you admiring a person, it's you seeing something that you resonate with as you look at them. So when you follow their guidance, you might end up in a similar position. It wouldn't make sense to take advice from somebody where you're like, I don't want to end up in their position, or I don't want to be where they are at, or I don't resonate with their lifestyle or their energy. So it doesn't really make sense in most cases, not in all cases, but in most cases it doesn't make sense to take advice from people that don't live in a way where you align with their morals and their values. But if you align with somebody's morals and values and you see them doing something and succeeding, might as well take their advice, or might as well take their help or their guidance, right? That's what it feels like to me here. So again, trust yourself. It's okay to be different. It's okay for you to do something a little bit different. Or Spirit might have also like pushed you, or like is showing you that copying other people is not going to get you where you want to be, or that copying other people doesn't feel good. You only feel good when you do things on your own, or when you do things uniquely to you. Does that make sense? Where you maybe copy other people. This is just for some people, okay? For example, when I started tarot, no, not actually YouTube in general, I tried to copy what other people do because I thought they are successful, but it didn't feel good to me. So then I started to see that it doesn't feel good to me, so I want to do something that maybe is successful but also feels good to me. So you don't have to sacrifice you feeling good about something, and in order to be successful you can also have feeling good and being successful if you just find the right niche. Does that make sense? So you don't have to sacrifice feeling good in order to be successful. You can have both, but you have to look in the right place, is what I'm trying to say. This is so weird. I hope you're getting where I'm coming from, but it might make sense in the future, okay? Which is also the reason why we have the swings here. It says choose your words carefully, so it's kind of like cryptic. Spirit might be talking very cryptic to you, or the way Spirit is talking to you is kind of cryptic, is what I'm picking up here, okay? Pie number 3, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you like this reading. I'm gonna see my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye.